aficionados, collectors, and of course, the heroes and villains, the sidekicks and henchmen, the celestial beings and demons, the terrifying beasts, the courageous creatures, and the bent but unbroken denizens of imagination longing to be made whole. And we're going to make that happen today as we are proud to present the Guillermo del Toro Bleak House Collection, Part 1. Guillermo del Toro is one of the most celebrated and imaginative filmmakers of all time. His collection reflects that genius and imagination and his influences and serves to influence a future generation. And we are glad you are joining us today. My name is Mike Provenzale, and I'm a certified auctioneer here in the great state of Texas. I will be joined by Emily, one of the best in the business, here at the podium today for this collection. This auction is being presented by Heritage Auctioneers and Galleries Incorporated and being conducted under the terms and condition of auction, which you can find in your catalog or at the aptly titled Terms and Condition of Auction section at ha.com. Please be sure to familiarize yourself with all those terms and conditions. We have been compiling bids through all manner: internet, mail, fax. Yes, people still fax in bids. We've got all those collected. And if you have submitted a bid already, John here on my right will represent all of those bids. Now, we also have a team on our phone bank over here. If you prefer to bid by phone, they're all dressed as their favorite Guillermo del Toro film character. We thank you all for going to the fullest and participating. Along with those internet bids placed in advance of the sale, we'll be accepting bids through our Heritage Live platform. If you're watching me on your phone, tablet, or computer, that is the platform you will be using. Emily here on my left will be representing you throughout the auction. Sometimes a bid from Heritage Live will come in at the last minute due to limitations on the individual's computer or the strength of their Wi-Fi. We all understand that. Please know a Heritage Live bidder cannot submit a bid after the lot has closed on their end. Sometimes it will appear that we moved on, but we will be accepting those last second bids from Heritage Auction. It is not a reopening of the lot. Last minute bids happen a few times each auction, and we thank you in advance for your patience and understanding when that does occur. Important note here, a buyer's premium of 25% will be added on to the hammer price that I am calling out from the podium. Yes, there will be math. As far as bidding, we do allow cut bids. A cut bid is a half increment bid. Every bidder has one cut bid on every single lot. Be sure to take advantage of that. Proxy bids or prior bids, which is a tie between a bid we've already received and a live bid. Of course, we will accept the bid we received first. If a lot does not meet its reserve or opening bid, you at home will hear a tone, an ominous tone, I'm sure, for this collection. That means the lot will still be available following the auction at ha.com. If there have been any additional catalog or comments added to the description since the catalog was printed, I'll read those out before we begin bidding on each lot so we're all on the same page. If you have any issues relating to the participation in the sale, you can call our auction coordinator at 214-409-3152, or if you just want to chat about your favorite Guillermo del Toro film or creation, she'd love to chat with you. Now, we are incredibly honored to have Guillermo del Toro's collection. This is part 1. And as this is Texas, I am required to announce that in compliance with TDLR Rule 67.40, notice is hereby provided, that's what I'm doing now, that the auction is covered by a recovery fund administered by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, P.O. Box 257, Austin, Texas 78711, phone number 512-463-6599. I promise that will be the last of the legalese for the day. Guillermo del Toro is many things, a filmmaker, of course, but also an artist, a writer, an entertainer, provocateur, and creator, a maestro of the macabre, a wizard of winding the supernatural with the fantasy, the occult, mythology, and all the wondrous things that emerge from his imagination. He takes the beautiful, the terrifying, the awe-inspiring, the things that go bump in the night, even the whimsical, and weaves them into a tapestry that probes the darkness, searching for the light. Yes, he is a great many things, but most importantly, today, as we celebrate the art, the artifacts, and curios he has preserved, Guillermo del Toro is a collector, something all of us packed into this room or joining us around the globe through the internet can relate to. And not surprisingly, the man whose collection we're honored to present today said it better than I could ever say it myself, and I quote, "Collecting is not owning. Collecting is protecting, a sacred duty, being a keeper of the flame, an acolyte." So without further ado, let's begin and find out who will be accepting the mantle of that sacred duty. And where better to start than at the beginning with lot 1. This is Kronos, early Guillermo del Toro concept sketch of a vampire. Where are we starting? 4,000. 4,000 right away from Heritage Live. How about 4,200? Very beginning of his career, his first film here, Kronos, masterpiece, of course. We're looking for 4,200. This is the earliest production artwork in this auction. The genesis right here of his major motion picture career. We're looking for 4,200. Incredible piece. There's 42. How about 44? Foreshadows an important pivotal scene moments before he destroys the Kronos. Spoiler alert, there's going to be some of those today. We're looking for 4,400. Who's going to go 44? 8 by 10 3/4. Nice sized piece. Done by the man himself. We need 4,400 to make it yours. From Guillermo del Toro's collection directly to yours, 4,400. To make that happen, who's going to go 4,400? Beautiful piece of artwork. Anyone at 44? And 4,200 is the winner. Congratulations to them. Lot 2, incredible piece here. This from Kronos as well. The precise recreation of the Kronos vampire device built from the original production molds. We need 4,800. Seminal piece here, looking for 4,800. Beautiful Gothic design. Key piece in the film. We're looking for 4,800. Mechanical elegance combined with organic horror, trademark. Guillermo del Toro. We need 4,800. The original prop was lost in production. This was made from the same mold. So a 1 of 1 here. We're looking for 48. Any advance to 4,800? And 4,600 has it. Lot 3, Guillermo del Toro personally owned and inscribed Italian leather notebook. Gorgeous piece here. Very personal to the man. We need 2,800. 27 is the cut. There's 28 here from John. Let's go 3,000. Beautifully engraved angel with a harp on the front. We're looking for 3,000. When del Toro was in Italy showing the movie Mimic, he bought many of these, 3,200 now, thinking they would last him his entire career. Now, finishing Frankenstein, which will be opening in theaters soon, he's down to this last one, and he wanted to give it to someone who would appreciate it. That's you. 3,400 is the number to make it yours. And of course, it's got an inscription from Guillermo del Toro, a whimsical caricature of the director as well. We're looking for 3,400. And a beautifully constructed piece. There's 34. How about 36? Got 36 here. How about 38? Need 38. If you've got ideas, whims floating around in your head and you need to put them down somewhere, where better to do it? In the exact same style notebook that Guillermo del Toro used to put his ideas to paper. Drawings or text, and a beautiful way to do it. We're looking for 38. John over here has 3,600. Bidders, there's 38. 4,000, says John. I need 4,200 from you, bidders. Where's 42? Give me 4,200. Gorgeous personal piece from the collection of Guillermo del Toro. We need 4,200. Where's 42? Still could be yours, bidders. Take that next step. We're looking for 4,200. Think about sitting in the park, writing down a poem, drawing a picture. People say, that's a beautiful notebook. Where'd you get it? And you can say, well, it was Guillermo del Toro's. Now it's mine. Maybe the start of your own film career or creative career. We're looking for 42. Anyone at 4,200? Last chance, bidders. 42, 44 here. Give me 46. Still could be yours, bidders. 4,600 is the number. This is sat in his collection, waiting to join your collection. One bid is all it takes. 4,600 bidders. Almost 9 inches by 6 inches, if you want to picture it in your desk or in your satchel. Beautifully constructed with the angel with the harp on the front. Need 4,600 bidders. Anyone at 46? Fair warning. And 4,400 wins it. Lot 4, gorgeous piece here. The Devil's Backbone, a production makeup paint master for Santi's Ghost. We're looking for 6,000 now. Beautiful piece. Used in the production of his second film, The Devil's Backbone. We're looking for 6,000. You can see his influences here, what he wanted for the production, the mortal wound on the head. Del Toro wanted it to look like broken porcelain, and that is achieved, as well as the rust-stained tears. That was all straight from his imagination onto the celluloid, onto the silver screen. We're looking for 6,000 to make it yours. Gorgeous piece. Santi, the murdered orphan, key figure in the film, turns the plot. We're looking for 6,000. Any advance to 6,000 bidders? You can get another chance. That one after the auction at ha.com. Lot 5. This is from Blade 2. Wayne Barlow, Reaper original concept art. Looking for 2,000 here. 2,000. A sequel to Blade, Wesley Snipes' superhero movie, the Marvel movie. We're looking for 2,000. Great look. Guillermo del Toro's vision for the new vampire he would create for this film. The mouth and mandibles coming out of the neck. It's from the autopsy scene. We're looking for 2,000. Who's going to go 2? Visceral, unsettling image, but a key piece of the production. Anyone at 2,000? Get another chance at that one. Lot 6, also from Blade 2. This is Mike Mignola. Comic book legend, concept sketch of Damaskinos. We're looking for 2,000. Key villain in the film. Spoiler alert there, 2,000. How about 2,200? 2,200. This is an early design. The key character from the film by Mike Mignola, legendary comic book artist. Need 2,200 bidders to make it yours. Pencil, ink, marker, colored pencil. Very close to what the final product looked like as far as his wardrobe with the exposed chest. The spine element on the back, a recurring Guillermo del Toro theme. We're looking for 2,200. Anyone at 22? The Vampire Lord, early concept sketch. Anyone at 2,200? 2,000 will win it. Lot 7, Blade 2, Mike Mignola, Death of Chupa, original storyboard art. Big scene in the film. Need 4,200. Who's going to go 4,200? Action-packed here. This story artwork very closely mirrors what ended up in the film. Chupa overwhelmed by the Reaper pack in the sewers. Need 4,200. Blade warned them, not everyone was going to make it back. We need 42. Be yours. Incredible artwork, of course. From Mignola, we need 42 to put it in your collection, bidders. Who's got 42? Anyone at 4,200? 4,100's the winner. Cool piece here. Lot 8 is the Blade 2 Wesley Snipes screen-used hero, oversized illuminating UV bomb. Key prop from the film. Looking for 15,000 here. Need 15,000. Designed, it works because Guillermo del Toro wanted to shoot it in camera, which they did. Beautiful piece of filmmaking production here. Need 15,000 to make it yours. Who's going to go 15? And a gorgeous display piece. Key creation by Scud towards the end of the movie to use when they went into the sewers, looking for 15. Anyone at 15,000 bidders could be yours right now. One bid. Wesley Snipes' screen used hero UV bomb here from Blade 2. Need 15. Get another shot at that one. Lot 9, Mike Mignola, Hellboy, Seed of Destruction, number 4, splash page 10, original art. Incredible piece. We need 42,000 bidders. Beautiful piece here. Mignola using the negative space on this splash page from the first Hellboy miniseries. Need 42,000. Mignola original art here. Beautifully rendered creative chaos. Looking for 42,000. Got the main characters featured prominently, Rasputin, Liz, and Hellboy, all there in the center. Liz's first explosion in the series depicted right here. She engulfs the demon Saruhim. Need 42,000. Any advance to 42? 41,000 wins it. More gorgeous artwork. This is from William Stout. Hellboy Weird Tales number 3. Hellboy at the Mountains of Madness. Original art. Looking for 9,000. Who's going to go 9,000? William Stout, the legendary fantasy illustrator. Beautiful depiction of Hellboy here. The detailed watercolor, a masterpiece. 9,000 to make it yours. There's 9,095 here, looking for 10. Straight from the walls of Guillermo del Toro's Bleak House to yours. 11,000 here. Now I need 12. Great details as well. Got the Samaritan, main weapon depicted prominently. We're at 13,000. Give me 14. Looking for 14,000 now. Need 14. William Stout, there it is. 15 here. How about 16? Hellboy at the Mountains of Madness. Illustration original art. Weird Tales number 3 by the great William Stout. 16,000 to put it on your wall, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful piece, prominently display in your collection. There's 16. John says 17. Bidders, I say to you, 18,000. One more step to get there. We're looking for 18. Who has 18,000? Vibrant colors, incredible artwork from a titan of the industry, William Stout. We're looking for 18,000. Bidders, anyone at 18,000? Illustration original art. 2003, need 18. Any advance to 18,000? 17,000 is the winner. Lot 11, Mike Mignola, Hellboy, Grim Reaper, illustration, original art, gorgeous. We need 3,200 bidders. Could be yours. One bid is all it takes. Looking for 32. There's 31, 32 here. Let's go 34. Looking for 3,400. Brilliant, stark, angular brushwork from Mignola. Got Hellboy included. He's reeling back from the Grim Reaper on the right, looking for 3,400. The ink over graphite artwork. Perfect depiction of Mignola's dread, death, and foreboding. 34, 36, let's go 38. A terrifying skeletal grin from the Reaper there. 42, 44, how about 46? Looking for 4,600. Great depiction of Hellboy, too. Usually the biggest man in the room, but not here. We need 5,000. John's got 48. Bidders, 5,000 is where you need to be. Mike Mignola, original art, beautifully framed. Straight from Guillermo del Toro's collection to yours, but you got a bid to make that happen. 5,000. There's the 5. 55 says John. I say 6. Let's go 6,000. It's from 2001. Man who made Hellboy what he is, Mike Mignola, original art here. It's a conversation piece when you put it on your wall. We need 6,000 to get that conversation started for you. Somebody else has it right now. We need 6,000 to make it yours. Who's going to go 6? Any advance to 6,000? And don't forget about your cup bids, bidders, the half increment bid. Looking for 6,000. Any advance to 6,000? And we'll sell it for 5,500. Lot 12. Hellboy, Mike Mignola, Cosmic God, concept sketch, original art, incredible. We're looking for 3,000 now. 3,000 right away. Need 3,200 to put it on your paddle. Beautifully done here. Chaos God, Agru Jihad, that made it into the film. The swirling void, the ancient malice, all depicted here. That's the cup bid, 31. Give me 32. Mike Mignola's take on the slumbering apocalypse. Key point in the film. Looking for 3,200. There it is, 32. Let's go 34. Mignola the master with the jagged lines here, creating the terrifying stillness. The apocalyptic God, we're looking for 3,400 to make it yours. Who's going to go 34? Image area here, 7 inches by 9.5. Nice sized piece. From a comic book art legend, we're looking for 34. Anyone at 3,400? 3,200 is the winner. This piece is so cool. Hellboy, Mike Mignola, Hellboy's Door, concept sketch, original art. Need 2,000 to get started. Who's going to go 2,000? 2,000. It's open. Somebody's going to win it. 2,200, the next bid. And this concept art is almost exactly what you saw on the screen when Agent Myers approaches Hellboy's room for the first time, looking for 2,400 now. In the PBRD HQ, we're at 24. There's 26. Let's go 28. And Mignola with the meticulous detail here on the panels, the security cameras, security door, signed and dated by the legendary artist. We need 3,000. There's 3. Give me 3,200. Got Heritage Live in the lead. 3,200 from Emily. Heritage Live bidders, you've still got a chance. 3,400. This appeared on screen, this final version, moments before Hellboy makes his first big screen appearance. We're looking for 3,400. Agent Myers appears for his first encounter. Need 34. Bidders still could be yours. 3,400 is the number. Anyone at 34? Last chance. 3,200 is the winner. All right, lot 14, another great piece of Mike Mignola concept art. This is from Hellboy as well. Abe Sapien in the tank. Here we're looking for 3,000. Incredible scene in the movie. It's the concept art for it. We're looking for 3,000. Abe recovering right after his underwater fight. Samael, we need 3,200. 3,000 now. Where's 32? Great atmospheric artwork here. Bold ink. Tank where Abe recovered. We're at 3,200. How about 34 from the great Mike Mignola? Best to do it for Hellboy. Could be in your collection. Need 3,400 to make that happen. Where's 34? Any advance to 3,400? Fair warning, bidders. 3,200's the winner. All right, lot 13. This is Hellboy, Mike Mignola, Apocalypse Clock, concept, original art. Looking for 3,200. There's 31 as the cut. Clever. Let's see if it works. We need 3,200 now. Ink and colored pencil. The shadowed grandeur only Mike Mignola can do. 3,600. How about 38? Image from the end of the film, right before the climax. We're looking for 3,800. Not just black and white here. We've got some color added for effect by Magnola. Need 4,000. There's 4. Go 42. 4,000 from Heritage Live. Where's 4,200? Anyone at 42? You got 4,000 here. Signed and dated as well. Need 4,200 bidders. Anyone at 42? And 4,000 will win it. Lot 16, this from Hellboy as well. Mike Magnola, Tomb and Hell Wall, concept, sketch, original art. Important piece here. We're looking for 2,000. Need 2,000. This from the opening scene of the movie, the flashback, where they discover baby Hellboy after he comes through the portal. We're at 2,000. Give me 2,200. Beautifully done by Magnola here. The occult and Gothic symbolism throughout the Hell Wall. We're looking for 2,200. Looking for 2,200. 2,200. This is where the professor, the army, finds baby Hellboy hiding here. For the Hell Wall, we're looking for 2,400 bidders. Still could be yours. One bid could make it happen. 2,400's the number. Need 2,400. Mike Magnola, original concept art, signed and dated as well. Anyone at 24? 23 is the cut. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Throw that cut bid at the end, the half increment. Maybe it'll work. 2,300. You can steal it away. We're at 24 now. Cut bid didn't work. The next bid is 2,600. Need 2,600. Anyone at 26? Looking for 2,600. Any advance to 26? And 2,400 wins it. All right, lot 17. Hellboy, Mike Magnola, Church, Ruins, Altar, concept sketch, original art, 3,000. Next, who's going to go 3,000? Important point in the opening here, 3,000. It's open. Somebody's going to win it. It's going to end up on somebody's wall. Why not yours? We're looking for 3,200. Rasputin attempts to summon the 7 gods of chaos, looking for 3,200. Magnola depicting the desecrated holy grounds here. Rasputin and his Nazi team. We're looking for 32. There's 31 with the cut. Now 3,200. Let's go 32. Any advance to 3,200? You've still got a chance, bidder. This one's signed and dated as well. Many of these from July 02. A lot of the concept work being done by Magnola in preparation for production of Hellboy, the first movie. Need 3,400. Who's going to go 34? Any advance to 3,400? Congratulations. Who won that at 3,200? All right, lot 18. This is from Hellboy as well. Mike Magnola, Tomb in Hellboy Junior Room. The concept sketch, original art. Give me 3,200. It's going to go 32. Cool piece here. Same room where they discovered baby Hellboy. We're looking for 3,200. Central sarcophagus in the room. You get a side view and the top view. The stone effigy. We're looking for 3,200. There's 32, 34 here. Let's go 36. Stone cat at its feet need 4,000, which Magnola noted the stone cat, perhaps a little Egyptian rites influence here with the cat on the sarcophagus. We're at 4,600 with John. There's 48, 5,000. Now give me 5,500. 5250 is the cut. 55 says John. 6,000 up next. Who's going to go 6,000? 5,500 goes 6. Any advanced 6,000. A lot of religious imagery here, of course, from Magnola. Needs 6,000. Anyone at 6? Fair warning. 5,500 will win it. Lot 19 is from Hellboy as well. This one from Ty Rubin. The Hellhole Generator original art. Need 2,000. Need 2,000 here for the depiction of the unfolding mechanical spectacle from the opening scene of the film. Looking for 2, dramatic opening sequence. This is the machine Rasputin and the Nazis used to open the portal, bring in the chaos gods. They fail. Fortunately, looking for 2,000. Fusion of technology and occult magic here. Looking for 2. Anyone at 2,000, make it yours right now at 2,000. It will be available. Lot 20 from the great Mike Mignola in the first Hellboy movie. This is the Baby Hellboy concept sketch original art where it started right here. Let's go 3,000. It's going to go 3,000. Need 3,000 from the opening scene of the movie in 1944. They first get a glimpse of Baby Hellboy. There's 3,000 after he came through the portal, after Rasputin's failed attempt. Need 3,200. The Mike Mignola sketch of the adorable little demon here, looking for 3,200. Great image of his right hand of doom there. Was created for the first scene, the first time film audience got to see the right hand of doom. We're looking for 3,400. Signed and dated and inscribed by Mignola, Baby Hellboy right there. Fantastic display piece. There's 33, that's the cut. They're trying to steal it away from you with a cut bid. 3,400, there you go. To make it back on your paddle, we need 36 now. Emily, with Heritage Live, it's 3,400. Who's going to go 36? Anyone at 3,600? Hail included as well. Pretty close to what the final version looked like in the film. Early concept art here from July 2002. There's 38, go 4. We're at 3,800, go 4,000. This is one of those pieces you hang it on your wall and somebody new comes over and they say, is that what I think it is? You say, oh yeah, that's the Mike Mignola early concept art for Baby Hellboy right at the beginning of the first movie. No big deal. You need 4,200. Collecting is about bragging too. It's not just sacred duty. You also get to brag about what you have, and this is a brag-worthy piece. We're at 4,100 with the cut bid. Who's going to go 42? Clever strategy. Throw that cut bid out there. It's not far to go, and you could win it with that, which is where we stand right now. Unless somebody goes 42, there's the 4,200. Give me 44. 44 is in. 46 is up next. One of the coolest pieces in the collection from the first Hellboy movie. We're looking for 4,600. Imagine Mignola sitting down. All right, I got to design Baby Hellboy. This is going to be the audience's first look at him. People knew him from the comics, but when you make a film, you're going to bring in people that aren't familiar with the comics. This is the first look we got. 4,600, need 48. So a lot of thought going into it, pressure, and he rose to the occasion here. Incredible rendering. The concept sketch original art by Mignola. We're at 5,000, give me 5,500. The first scene of the movie, we need 5,500. We're at 5,000 with Heritage Live, wherever they are on the globe. Wherever you are, still could be yours, but you don't have much time. 5,500 is the number. We got 5,000, go 5.5. 5, go 5.5. Anyone at 5,500? Somebody out there pumping their fists. They think they've got it. You could take it away, but you got to act now. Anyone at 5,500? Congratulations. 5,000 is the winner. Who was that, Emily? 7,124. Well played. I'm jealous of that one. Lot 21 from Hellboy as well. Mike Mignola statue and church ruins concept sketch original art. Need 3,000. Who's going to go 3,000? Great image. Gothic decay here. 3,000 from the opening sequence as well. From the opening sequence as well. Ominous religious imagery, a little askew. Pan across, you see this in the movie, wondering what happened at this religious site. We're looking for 3,200. Site at the ley lines, 3,100 there with the cut bid. Now you're getting it. Let's go 32. Image 7x9, nice size. Nola helping to create the mood of that opening scene, the introduction of the film. We're looking for 3,200. Looking for 32. Cut bids in at 3,100. Who's got 32? Any advance to 3,200? There's 32. Got it in. You're on top right now. Feels good, right? We'll see what happens. 3,200 from Heritage Live. Who's going to go 34? Where's 3,400? You, sir, in the back, you want it? Just put your hand a little bit higher and I got you. 3,400. Anyone at 34? 34 is in. They don't want to let it go. You don't have to let it go either. 3,600, the number. Mike Mignola, original concept sketch art here. The statue in church ruins from the opening scene of the film need 36. Any advance to 3,600? Fair warning, come a long way. You don't have to let it go. 36 is the number. Anyone at 3,600? 3,400 is the winner.
7, 1, 2, 3.
Nicely done. Lot 22, this is from Hellboy as well. This is a Nirasawa Abe Sapien concept illustration original art. Beautifully depicted. We're looking for 3,000 now. 3,000, give me 32. Dual headshots of Abe here. We're looking for 3,200. Get to see full head and neck area, his evolution of the unknown here. Looking for 3,200. Some good notes, the semi-transparent skin as well. Original concept art, we're looking for 3,200. Need 3,200. Guillermo del Toro himself said that Nirasawa is one of the very greatest fantasy sculptors and designers in modern Japanese culture. His artwork here, about to find a new home. 3,200 to make it yours. Any advance to 32? 3,000. We'll win it. Well played. Lot 23 now. This is the Wayne Barlow Samael concept study original art. Need 3,200. 5,750. Big jump. 6,000 says John. He's ready. Are you bidders? 6,500. Up next. Incredible piece of original art from Bleak House collection, Guillermo del Toro's personal collection, looking for 6,500. The original art of Samael, one of the villains in the movie, the multiplying villain, the desolate one, the Lord of the Shadows, looking for 6,500. It's 6,500. Macabre mythology here, religious mythology, needs 6,500. 6 by 12 and a half. The early concept and pretty close to what ended up in the final product. We need 6,500 to make it yours. Any advance to 6,500? Fair warning, bidders. 6,000 has it. Lot 24. Hellboy, Wayne Barlow, Samael, concept study original art, looking for 3,000. A few more details added here. We're at 3,000. Let's go 3,200. Need 3,200. Hook hand, that made it into the final cut. You can see it in the fight between Hellboy and Samael in the train station. We're looking for 3,200. Important character in the film, harbinger of pestilence, the hound of resurrection. We're looking for 3,200. Anyone at 3,200? Beautifully depicted. Nightmare of sinew, corruption here. Need 32. Any advance to 3,200? 3,000. We'll win it. All right, lot 25 is from Hellboy. This is Simeon Wilkins, Samael's Spawning. Key frame storyboard original art. Good note there. Let's go 2,200. Critical scene in the film. We're looking for 2,200. When Liz and Agent Myers stumble upon Samael's breeding ground here, and multiple Samael's waiting for them, we're looking for 2,200. The artwork's sublime. Feel the stillness, an encroaching threat. Need 2,200. Who's going to go 22? The tone, the lighting, the staging, all done here, started here. To make it into the final product, very close in the film, how this looks right here. Need Wilkins original art, need 2,200. Anyone at 22? 2,000 is going to take it home. Lot 26. Important piece here. It's the Hellboy Samaritan Gun concept sketch original art. Important gun sketch here. We need 1,100. 1,100 right away. Where's 12? Let's go 1,200. Done in blue pencil. Weapon designed right here for a supernatural purpose. Save humanity. We're looking for 1,200. There's 12. Go 13. 13 now. 14. 14 in 15. Give me 16. 1,600. Important design here. The hero's main weapon had to work in the film, had to impress, and it did. Some early concept art here for it. We're looking for 1,800. Another piece that would look so cool on your wall. We're looking for 1,800. Who's going to go 18? The Samaritan Gun concept sketch original art. Pretty close to the final product as well. Need 1,800 to make it yours. Who's going to go 18? Anyone at 1,800? 1,700 is the winner. All right, great run of poster original art coming up here, starting with lot 27, done by the illustrious, the incredible Drew Struzan. This is original concept poster art. Needs 6,000. 8,250, 8,500. Let's go 9,000. A legend making movie posters. Drew Struzan, 9,095 here. Let's go 10. 20 by 30. This was his initial submission, right off the top. 10,000, says John. Give me 11,000. Looking for 11,000. Guillermo del Toro, and I quote, "Drew is a genius. To me, he represents cinema, the movies of my youth." We're at 12,000. Give me 13. 13's in, now 14. Need 14. John's out. Heritage Live, it's up to you. Somebody's going to take it home. 14,000's the next number. We got all the main characters depicted here. Hero stances, of course. Let's go 14,000. Need 14,000. First submission for the film. This is his first thought, first creation. Legendary Drew Struzan. We're at 14,000. Give me 15. Looking for 15 now. The marketing department ended up not using this. We know how marketing departments are, but incredible artwork from one of the greatest to ever do it. They only became available in a very limited edition later versions of this poster. This is the original art right here. Concept for that, we need 15,000. 15,000, let's go 16. Looking for 16,000. Done by a legend in the industry, 16,000. 20 by 30, the illustration size, 14 by 22, signed and dated. Gorgeous piece, 17,000 to make it yours, bidders. Who's going to go 17? Needs 17 to put it on your paddle, bidders. It's about to find a new home, a new acolyte to care for it. Anyone at 17? Congratulations, 16,000 wins it.
7130.
I know they're excited. Chance for you to get excited now. Lot 28. More Drew Struzan original poster concept art. Need 4,200. Who's going to? 8250 big jump. 8500 says John. 9000. What I say to you bidders, we're there. 95 now, go 10. 95, there's 10,000 prior. That's what we discussed before. Savvy bidders know what that means. There's 11. 11,000. Heritage Live now in the lead. Great shot of Hellboy here. Beautifully done, of course. Includes the Samaritan, his weapon of choice. Nice religious imagery. Archangel St. Michael, the protector, there in the foreground. We're looking for 17,000. 17,000. Amazingly, a marketing department looked at this and said, you can go a different direction. We all get it. But to your benefit now, bidders, 19,000. The original art by the legendary Drew Struzan. 18.5 is the cut bid. I like that, bidders. Good strategy. Let's go 19 now. Looking for 19,000. Great hero shot of Hellboy. Need 19 to make it yours. Somebody's going to steal this masterwork away from you with a cut bid. Need 19,000. Not far to go to put it back on your paddle. Who's got 19? Anyone at 19,000? Fair warning, bidders. Well played, bidder. That cut bid wins it for you at 18,500. Lot 29 now. This is Drew Struzan original poster concept art. Gorgeous piece. Needs 6,500. 65, 6750 here. Let's go 7,000. 7,000 by the illustrious Drew Struzan. Here we're at 775. John's gone. Heritage Live now. 8,000. Give me 8,500. Beautiful mythic composition here of the heroes arrayed across the center. 95. Need 10,000. Original art here. Need 11,000. Who's going to go 11,000? Image area 14 by 32 here. There's 10.5. There's that cut bid. 11,000 from Guillermo del Toro's personal collection. Drew Struzan created this, and del Toro has had it ever since. This hasn't been on the market. First opportunity to get it. 14,000 is the bid. 15 is what we need to make it yours. And you know, one-of-a-kind pieces like this from the collection of a legend, when they find a new home, you're not going to find this on eBay in 6 months. They're not trying to flip it. They're going to try and keep it forever. And if you want to keep it forever, 16,000 is the number. You want to be the protector of it. 16,000. You hang it on your wall. Somebody comes over and they say, "Is that a Hellboy poster? I've never seen that one before." I know. You know Drew Struzan, the legend, he did that. Wasn't used. It's the original art. Incredible display piece. 17,000 if you want to be in that situation, though. Somebody's going to win it. 16.5. There's the cut. Nice work. Let's see if it works. 17,000 up next. We got 16.5. Go 17. Need 17,000. Cut bid is in, bidders. Last chance. Needs 17. Fair warning. And congratulations. 16,500 wins it. Incredible piece here. This is lot 30. This is the Hellboy Ron Perlman screen use signature hero leather duster trench coat, the only hero coat used in the production of the first film. And how do they know that? Quote from Guillermo del Toro: "I know this is Hellboy's hero coat simply because it came straight off Ron's shoulders on the last day of principal photography." Simple. That is what this is. Let's find out who's going to become the custodian of it now. We're looking for 40,000. 40 right away from Heritage Live. Need 42,000. Looking for 42,000. Iconic piece of costume wear here. And usually there'd be a dozen hero costumes. There's just this one. Think about all those scenes you watched. This is what Ron Perlman was wearing. We need 42,000. The only one here. Note the shorter rider sleeve to accommodate Hellboy's right hand of doom. You got the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense patch on the shoulder. The bias label within simply says HB. That's all you need right there to identify 42,000. Our iconic piece of hero wear here. It's going to find a new home. Need 42 to make it yours. From Guillermo del Toro's personal collection. He took it right off Ron Perlman when they were done. He's held on to it ever since. This hasn't changed hands. Been in the Bleak House collection ever since. In mere moments, it finds a new home, a new protector. 42,000. If you can fill that role, who's going to go 42? Any advance to 42,000? Last chance, bidders. And we will sell it. $40,000. Such a cool piece here. Lot 31. This is from Hellboy. It's the Mike Mignola hand-drawn pages from Grigory Rasputin's diary. Cool piece. We need 4,000 to make it yours. Important piece. Hopstein resurrects Rasputin near the beginning of the movie. The diary he gave her to ensure he could come back. Need 4,000. Who better to design the glyphs and words and images inside than Mike Mignola? That's what we have here. Need 4,000 to put it in your collection. So many great details in here. One page contains a reference to Del Toro in it as well. Got the Euro Jihad portrait. Need 4,000. 7 celestial names and symbols of the behemoth. All those notes, they made it into the film. This is the creation that started it. Anyone at 4,000? Get one more shot at that following the auction. Lot 32, one of the most beautiful pieces of costume wear we've ever seen, and we see it all here at Heritage. This is the Grigory Rasputin screen-used occult ceremonial robe, instantly recognizable. We need 20,000. Beautiful piece, important in the film. From the climactic scene at the end, when Rasputin's trying to bring about the apocalypse, this is what he's wearing. We need 20,000. Wendy Partridge, the designer, wanted it embroidered by hand. Guillermo del Toro agreed and created one of the most beautiful pieces of costume wear in his collection, soon to be in another collection, looking for 20,000. Guillermo del Toro said of it, one of the most wonderful pieces of wardrobe used in my entire career. We're looking for 20,000 to make it yours. Dark gray, the intricate floral pattern, 86-inch train. Emily, have you ever had a train that long on anything? 86 inches, that's extravagant right there. Anyone at 20,000? Take another look at ha.com. Lot 33, cool piece here. The Samaritan lightning loader and set of 4 bullets. Need 4,000. 4,000 from Heritage Live right out of the gate. 4,200 now, 44. Lightning loader with the 4 rounds. Got the etched markings on it. BPRD, of course, looking for 4,400. Cool prop, and you see a nice close-up of it in the film. From the first combat sequence in the museum, we're at 5,000, give me 5,500. Hellboy loading it to use it against Samael, the first one. When there was only one, we need 6,000 now. Recognizable piece for fans of the film. Samaritan ammo, we need 6,000 now, looking for 6,000. Hellboy says, listen, Sammy, I'm not a very good shot. Samaritan here uses really big bullets, and these are the big bullets right here. 7,000. You get to say that line with these in your hand. You're the one. 7,000 to make that happen. Anyone at 7,000? Really unique prop from the first film. Anyone at 7? Fair warning, bidders, we need 7,000. 7,000 is in. Give me 7,500. 75's in. They're right back on top. Feels good. Could change. 8,000 to make that happen. It's got the markings on the bottom, the bullets. You got the lightning loader. See the clip in the catalog right there. There it is. Could be you holding that in your hand right there. 8,000 is what we need. Any advance to 8,000? Fair warning, bidders. They did it. Congratulations. 7,500 is the winner.
7130.
All right, lot 34. This is from Hellboy. A set of 3 special 22 millimeter Samaritan bullets. Need 3,000. Looking for 3,000 here. Set of 3, 1 closed in the package. I love that the ammo's in a package. That's how you keep it fresh, ladies and gentlemen. Need 3,000. These aren't just bullets. These are historic relics with spiritual significance. Taking out monsters. We need 32. Need 3,200 here. You can see the markings on the bottom of the casing. Looks like a DT, reference to Del Toro perhaps there on the bottom. Seems likely to me. Need 3,200. Another great grouping of props, ammunition for the hero's main weapon, the Samaritan. We need 32. Any advance to 32?
31.
31 is the cut. I like that, bidders. Give me 32. You thought you had it at 3,000. You were planning out where you're going to hang it on your wall. There you go. Jump right back in. 3,200. Let's go 34. Gets a nice shot in the film as well when they open the portable ammo cabinet there, and they're hanging right in there in the package. Looking for 3,400. Watch the movie with your friends. Stop it right there and say, see those? They're right there in my collection, right there. One person's going to get to do that. 3,400, the number to make it happen. Anyone at 34? And 3,200 is the winner.
7134.
Now we're talking lot 35 here. This is the Cronin Screen Use Trio of Action Tonfa Swords. Looking for 4,000. Important piece. 4,600 from one of the coolest action sequences in the film. We're looking for 4,800. Very memorable villain.
5000.
Carl Cronin, the Nazi officer, reborn and reborn. We're at 55, now 57.50 is a cut. Let's go 6,000. You get 3 here. They've got the handle. Cronin uses them expertly. How are you going to learn to use that? You got to win these. I know you don't have Tonfa swords at your house. We need 6,500. These are from the scene in the museum. He takes out the guards. We're looking for 6,500. These were used in the action sequence, so for safety, they're rubber reinforced with metal. So you know what that means? You can use them safely if you like. 6,500. Of course, from Guillermo del Toro's collection, I like to picture him in the Bleak house using these, swinging them around. Only one person's going to get to do that now. The winning bidder, 6,500. To make that happen, who's going to go 6.5? Got 6,000 from a key villain in the film. Say the most dangerous one. We need 65. Anyone at 65? 6,000 is the winner.
7133.
Lot 36. I love these peek behind the curtain into the production, and that's exactly what this is. This is the Guillermo del Toro signed and annotated, heavily annotated, personal color-coded script from Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. We're looking for 3,000. Need 3,000 here. A peek into the production. A peek into Guillermo del Toro's production process. What all went into it? We're looking for 3,000. 92 pages, heavily annotated. We need 3,000 to make it yours. What's in here? 3,000. It's open now. Somebody's going to win it. Why not you? 3,200's up next. Last minute thoughts in here. Goes through the whole script, the whole process of getting that approved. And then what's he writing in there? Stuff that comes up. His incredible imagination, putting it to the page in here, adding it to the script. Issues that had to be resolved. That's a great look at film production. We need 3,200. The issues arise, they mark down possible solutions, and then you watch the film and you say, oh, this is what they did. They put 2 ideas here on this page. This is the one they solved the problem with. Looking for 3,200. Some great notes, color-coded, and actually beautiful display piece with all the color coding and colored notes. We need 32. Anyone at 3,200? Nicely done. 3,000 will win it. Another great production piece here. Lot 37. It's from Hellboy 2. A 2-page storyboard sequence artwork from the final Golden Army Showdown. Yeah, that scene. We're looking for 3,000 here. Great depiction of a huge scene. Need 3,000 to make it yours. The artwork captures the scale and the key characters, of course, all the main heroes. We're looking for 3,000 to make it yours. This scene, this end scene with the giant army had to work. It worked. You know, you've seen the film. This storyboard helped it get there. We need 3,000. Any advance to 3,000? Take another look at ha.com. Lot 38 here. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. This is from Wayne Barlow, The Limb Vendor. Concept, illustration, original art. Love this one. 3,200 is up next. 3,200. Very memorable character from one of the wildest scenes in the film. We're looking at 3,200, the troll market. There's just characters everywhere. Beautiful scene. And this one definitely stood out. The vendor selling limbs, looking for 3,200. Beautifully framed and matted as well. Of course, Del Toro picked out the frames and the matting for the display, so another touch of his thought in there in the creation. We're looking for 3,200. Signed as well by Barlow. Anyone at 32? And 3,000 will win it. Lot 39 from that vendor. The Hellboy 2, made by Matthew O'Toole here. The Limb Vendor screen-used giant wooden hand. I know you remember this prop. Huge piece from that character we just had the concept art for. We're looking for 10,000. Who's going to go 10,000? Incredibly made as well. I know it looks like wood, but that's resin. That's how they make it, so it's durable. So it's going to last for you when it's in your collection. 10,000 to make that happen. Worn on the back of the Limb Vendor. It's 66 by 27 by 21. You want to know if it'll fit on your back? It will. 10,000's the number. Anybody at 10,000? All right, you get another shot at that one following the auction. Lot 40, adorable little character here. This is from Hellboy 2. This is the scanning maquette for the Troll Market Bogart creature. Fitting name. Need 4,000. 4,000. So these were CGI characters. You can't have the tangible ones used in the film, but this is what they used to create them here. Beautifully done and lifelike. Need 4,000. You can see them scurrying around the troll market, looking for 4,000 here. Also, the characters that inform the prince that Hellboy has killed Mr. Wink, dispatched him. We're looking for 4,000. Great display piece here. Been on display in Guillermo del Toro's Bleak house. Could be on display in your house. Anyone at 4? That will be available. Lot 41 from Hellboy 2. Group of 4 storyboard artwork pages. These are from the last elemental battle. Huge scene. We're looking for 3,000. Who's going to go 3,000? Important scene. The prince releases the last elemental in New York City. Hellboy battles him. We're looking for 3,000 to make it yours. Great shot of Hellboy holding Big Baby and also holding an actual baby. Great image here, part of the whimsical nature that can sometimes be in his films. We're looking for 3,000. Hands on Guillermo del Toro prep here. We're looking for 3,000. Anyone at 3? Fair warning. That will be available. And here we go. An iconic weapon here. This is lot 42, Hellboy 2, the Golden Army. It's the Ron Perlman screen-used hero big baby shotgun. We need 50,000. It's going to go 50,000. Instantly recognizable cinematic weapon here. Looking for 50,000 to make it yours. And a great picture of Guillermo del Toro with this item in the catalog. That could be you. 50,000's the number. 6-round oversized shotty, metal and resin with the lever action. Need 50,000 bidders, and it actually works. I mean, it doesn't shoot. You're not going to be able to take out a forest god. I mean, you'll probably scare him with it, but the lever does rotate the chamber. The triggers do move. We're looking for 50,000. It also comes with the shells for it. You can't sell the gun without the shells. We got the shells as well. Guillermo del Toro wanted a World War II aesthetic, the Tex Avery and Walter Lantz cartoonish feel. Nailed it here with this prop. Anyone at 50,000? And take another look at ha.com. Lot 43 now. It's from Hellboy 2. King Baylor, Princess Nuala, scanning puppets from that amazing opening prologue. We're looking for 15,000. It's going to go 15,000. These maquettes were digitally scanned for that gorgeous prologue scene. Great piece of Guillermo del Toro imagination there. That opening could have just been voiceover over black, or it could have been just text, but a whole animated scene of the history, the ancient war between the humans and the elves, the genesis of the Golden Army. These are the maquettes used to create that. We're looking for 15,000. Any advance to 15, and you'll have another shot following the auction. Lot 44. This is the human soldier and Raven Guard elf soldier. 3 pieces here from that same sequence. We're looking for 15,000. Beautifully crafted maquettes used to create that animated sequence. We're looking for 15,000. Hand-painted, incredible detail. A memorable scene, the opening scene of the film. Anyone at 15,000? 3 maquettes. Those will be available. Lot 45 from Hellboy 2. The Princess Nuala screen-used hero, the last piece of the crown of Bethmora. We need 5,000. 5,000 right away from Heritage Live. Let's go 5,500. The last piece of the crown that granted the user control, the unstoppable Golden Army. We're at 6,000. April on Heritage Live. 65. Let's go 7 in. Pivotable prop here. Huge piece in the plot. When Abe realizes this is in the Tennyson book after he had the moment with the princess where he quotes the Tennyson poem. 75, go 8,000. Got a great shots of this piece as well. Pivotal moments in the film. We're looking for 8,000. We got 7,500. And I mean, if you have the Golden Crown and you're just lacking this one piece, you've got to bid. I mean, you have no question but bid now and take 8,000. Who's going to go 8,000? Just too good, that Golden Army, if that is the case. We need 8 to make it yours. Huge prop here from Hellboy 2, the Golden Army. Prized piece from Guillermo del Toro's Bleak House collection. Need 8,000. Anyone at 8? 7,500 is going to win it.
7136.
Lot 46 now. See Hellboy 2. Princess Nuala screen-used hero dagger. Important weapon here. Need 3,000. 3,000, now 32. As with any prop in any Guillermo del Toro film, it is beautifully crafted. An exquisite piece. We're looking for 3,200 for the hero dagger. And this one, of course, pivotal in the film's plot. The emotional climax The princess, spoiler alert, stabs herself to kill her twin and save Hellboy. They've seen these movies. Everybody's seen these movies. We need 3,200. A lot of great images of this piece in the film. You can call them out when you're watching it and point to your collection. We need 3,200 to make it yours. Who's going to go 32? Any advance to 3,200? 3,000. Oh, 31. Got that cut bid in. Now 32. Cut bid didn't work, but 3,400's up next. Not far to go. A lot of Eastern motifs in the design for the elves, weapons, and costumes. That's on display here, kind of eschewing the Western world. We're looking for 3,400. Important hero dagger here from Hellboy 2, the princess's dagger. Need 34. Anyone at 3,400? 3,200. We'll win it. Oh, delayed bid. April, that's not delayed. That's right on time. No such thing as a delayed bid. 3,300 was the last second bid over there. The cut bid, we're at 34 now. Slow moving battle. There we go. 36, now 38. Let's get to it. 4,000, now 42. 44. Rare for a hero prop that plays such an important role in a pivotal moment in the film become available, especially when the man who created it put it in his collection. Usually that's going to stay there. The generous Guillermo del Toro, allowing collectors a chance to own these important props and pieces. 5,500 to throw your hat into the ring for this one, the princess's hero dagger. Need 5,500. Who's going to go 55? April's got 5,000. We want you to own it, but you got a bid to do that. 5,500's the number. Who's going to go 55? Fair warning. 55 in there. Now 6,000. Fitting a battle going on for an important dagger here. 6,500, the next number. Who's going to go 65? Give me 6,500. Any advance to 65? Last chance. You like to throw it in at the last second. That time is now. Any advance to 6,500? And April, tell them congratulations. 6,000 is the winner.
7115.
You know, you got to jump out of your chair or your bed or your couch, wherever you are in the world when you win one like that. It comes down to the last second. It's back and forth. Who's going to win it? I got it. Lot 47 now. From Hellboy 2. This is the Raven Guard screen-used fighting helmet and silicone torso. That's right. We need 15,000. The ensemble for the Raven Guards, a.k.a. the Butcher Guards, we need 15,000. The Raven's head. And these were built for the action sequence. They're ready to go. If you want to have an action sequence in your house or your office, you need 15,000. These were used in the battle in the throne room after Baelor condemns his son to death. The prince takes out the guards. We're looking for 15. Anyone at 15? That will be available following the auction. All right, lot 48, also from Hellboy 2, the Raven Guard screen-used fighting helmet and silicone torso ensemble. Need 15,000. Looking for 15,000. So you get the helmet, you get the guard here, but you also get the torso to display it on. Key factor there. Hard to find mannequins that fit things like this. Am I right, April? Need 15,000. So you get the whole thing ready to set up in your place, straight from Guillermo del Toro's Bleak house to your house. Looking for 15. Anyone at 15? That will be available. Lot 49. It's from Hellboy 2, the Raven Guard screen-used fighting sword. Now we're talking 3,000 is where we're at. 3,200 is where we need to go. Who's going to go 32? 42. Nice jump from Heritage Live. Really cool piece, beautifully designed, of course, like all the props in Del Toro films. It's got the femur handle, so a little bit of ominous there. A little bit, maybe more than a little bit. 23 3/4 inches. If you want to picture where it's going to go, what you need, we need 4,400. This is used in that same action sequence in the throne room. And the guards are fighting the prince. 4,400 to make it yours, bidder. For the Butcher Guard's screen-used fighting sword. Anyone at 44? 4,200 will win it.
7115.
Here we go, Mr. Wink. This is lot 50. It's from Hellboy 2. It's the Mr. Wink maquette. And I have an additional note here. The description has been changed to reflect that the base is 6 1/4 inches, not 3 3/4, as stated in the catalog. So I know all of you were sitting at home scratching your head and you're like, this is 10 inches tall and the base is 3 inches. How does it stand up? You were right the whole time. That was our mistake. So the base 6 1/4. We're looking for 4,000 to open it up. Amazing detail on the Troll Enforcer here. This is the production maquette. Incredibly detailed. You can see the broken tusk, his sneer, of course, his mechanical mace hand. We're looking for 4,000. So height 10 1/4 by 6 1/2. The dimensions there. If you want to take a look at your mantle or the shelves on top of your desk, it's for the CGI combat sequence where Mr. Wink meets a pretty grisly end in the mulcher. I mean, if you go into a mulcher, it's impossible for the end not to be grisly by design. That's what happened to Mr. Wink. We're looking for 4,000. So it's a tangible piece from a scene that is digital or a character that is digital. Anyone at 4,000? That will be available. So cool. Lot 51 is from Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Screen-used hero golden egg. Needs 6,500. Hugely important prop. Screen used here. This contained the seed for the forest god, the last elemental. We're looking for 6,500. And of course, gorgeous design here. This, if it wasn't used in the movie and you just set this out in your place, it would get so many comments. What is that beautiful piece? And then you get to add on, oh, it's from Guillermo del Toro's incredible film, Hellboy 2. 6,500 from Heritage Live, now goes 7. Looking for 7,000. It's like a Fabergé egg, but cooler because it was used in an incredible film. We're looking for 7,000. No shade on Fabergé eggs. I'm just saying, for me, this is better. We're looking for 7,000 now. That beautiful, intricate elven design there. 7,000 to make it yours. The screen-used egg, and it gets a nice shot where the prince holds it right up, right before he releases the elemental into New York City. We're looking for 7,000. Any advance to 7 bidders? And 6,500 is the winner. Lot 52 now from Hellboy 2. The Prince screen-used oversized FX insert arm hand. A little movie magic here. We're looking for 4,000. Who's going to go 4,000 here? The prince's arm. You can see his royal attire, very handsome. And then this is what they used for the digital scene with the egg when the egg opens up, the digital sequence. And the actual egg's the last lot, but when it opens up, that was digital. This is the arm insert. We're looking for 4,000 for the prince's arm. Any advance to 4? That will be available. Lot 50. For the prince's weapon. There's 7. Hugely important in the film, and cool. 8,000 is up next. Now 8,000, give me 8,500. So the etched aluminum blade, 19.5 inches, and plus the handle, ornate handle, very regal piece, as you might expect. Because those Eastern influence designs on it. There's 85, now 9,000. So this is the sword in the climax when Hellboy challenges the prince for control of the Golden Army. The prince holds the sword up and then tosses it to Hellboy for the fight. The prince uses the spear. We're looking for 9,500. So huge piece here, the hero sword from that climactic final scene, battle between the prince and Hellboy. We need 9,500. And besides its importance in the film and that it was used and that it's a hero piece, it's just a gorgeous prop. The aesthetics are off the charts. We're looking for 9,500. Any advance to 9,500? 95 is in. Give me 10,000 now. Desirable piece from Hellboy 2, The Prince's Sword. Even if you've never seen the film, if I just say Prince's Sword, you know it's important. 11,000, that's the kind of weight it carries. Give me 11,000, we're at 10. Prince Nuada's hero sword, need 11. Got 10, and he advanced to 11,000. We will sell it for 10,000. Congrats.
7115.
All right, lot 54. You know, if we had the Prince's Sword, this is coming up next. From Hellboy 2, the Prince's screen-used hero spear. From that same fight, we're looking for 6,000. 6,500 right away from Heritage Live. Let's go 7. Who's going to go 7,000? We got 65, go 7. There's 7. 75, how about 8? Let me see 8,000. Guillermo del Toro says of this, of all the weapons we created for the Elven court, the princes are the most refined. I thought they needed to stand out, be magical, sort of him wielding Excalibur-level holy weaponry. That's this right here, what we're talking about. The Prince's Spear need 8,000. He uses in that final battle with Hellboy over the Golden Army, looking for 8,000, 30 inches long, looking for 8. Any advance to 8,000, 7,500 wins it.
7115.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take a short break here and turn you over to the magical, the mystical Emily Hartman.
Am I good? Thank you, Mike. My name is Emily, and I will continue with Pan's Labyrinth. John, what do we have?
We need 3,000.
Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Here we have the banquet room concept sketch original art done by Raoul Monnier. You remember this scene. You know, it's one of the most memorable sequences in modern cinema. And Pan's Labyrinth, beautiful, beautiful film. Heritage Live, let's get this started with your bid of 3,000, and you can own a piece of Pan's Labyrinth from Guillermo del Toro's collection. Heritage Live, they're winning here. All right, and that will be a part of our post-auction buy section.
I have a bid.
Oh, we have a
I
bid.
have to late bid 3,000.
Yes. Heritage Live said, I need that in my collection. And I agree with you, Heritage Live. You do. 3,000 is the bid. It's with Heritage Live asking 32. Advance here to 32 for the banquet room concept sketch original art by Raoul Monnier, whose work helped define the film's haunting atmosphere. Heritage Live advances to 32. The cut here would be 31. Just a little bit more. And you could be at the top, Heritage Live, but you must advance for fair warning. All right. This goes to a lucky Heritage Live bidder.
7140.
140. Congratulations. Now on to lot 56. What do we have? Let's get this started with your bid. We have 3,000, now go 32. Here we have the Labyrinth concept sketch original art done by Raoul Monnier as well. For Pan's Labyrinth, Heritage Live advance us to 3,200. 3,000 is the bid. It's with the Heritage Live bidder asking 32. Advance us to 32 next. The Labyrinth concept sketch original art. To own a piece. Advance us to 32, or use your cut here of 31. Fair warning. All right, 3,000.
7136.
7136. Congratulations, Heritage Live. Lot 57. Here we need 6,000 to get this started, Heritage Live. Let's open this up. Here we have the Mill concept sketch, original art done by Raul Villares. This detailed imagery of the staging ground of the Spanish forces is incredible. Heritage Live, let's get this started. We need IT up here.
Third party needs you.
Bear with us, Heritage Live. Just bear with us, Heritage Live. Stay with us, and we'll be right back to the auction.
Did you try F5? We tried to reopen it with us. I mean, no, F5. That's usually.
All right, Heritage Live, thank you for staying with us. Just bear with us.
55 sold for 3,000. No, I'm sorry, 56 sold for 3,000.
They both
55
sold for 3,000 as well.
3,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for bearing with us, Heritage Live. We appreciate your patience.
It's live auction. Yes, third party.
All right, thank you for bearing with us, Heritage Live. We just want to make sure that we can accept all of your bids so you can add these incredible pieces to your collection today. All right, will we continue here with the Bleak House? Okay, perfect. We're on lot 57. And something that Mr. Del Toro mentioned about this piece was very hard to part with. For years, it remained my favorite, and it hung in my office to serve as inspiration while developing the film early on. A superb rendition and concept as we once envisioned the mill. Eventually, some of the scale and details had to be let go. But this is what it should have been in all of its glory. Heritage Live, 6,000, fair winning. All right. And that stays with us. Lot 58. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Here we have Raul Monier's Mill Machinery Concept Sketch Original Art, done for Pan's Labyrinth. This is a detailed architectural vision brought to life, and something that Mr. Del Toro mentioned about this piece, that this is one of the most precise and beautiful set sketches I've ever handled. Vidal, who is a captain in the film, is trapped in the memory of his father's watch. This set is meant to represent that, which it does so well. Heritage Live, let's get this started with your bid of 3,000 or fair warning here. All right, that will stay with us. See us in our post-auction buy section or give us a call and we can add that to your invoice. Lot 59. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here we have the fig tree concept illustration, original art done by Carlos Jimenez. Here we have a legend working with another legend for Pan's Labyrinth. Heritage Live, press that bid button and let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here you have Ophelia, who's tasked to retrieve the magical key in these two images here. Let's get this started. Heritage Live. Fair warning. All right, that will be a part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 60. 3,000 is the bid, asking 32. Here we have Girl and Frog storyboard, original art done for Pan's Labyrinth. You have Ophelia entering the tree to retrieve the magical key. Beautifully detailed here. Advance to 32. 3,000 is the bid. Heritage Live, it's not with you. Come in with 32 and let's advance, or use your cut here of 31. Heritage Live, always use those cuts. Just a little bit more could put you at the top. But you have to advance or fair winning here. 3,000. Internet buyer. Lot 61. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Here we have Girl and Fawn. So you get, and Pale Man's Lair. You get 2 pages of storyboard original art.
Is that the one he was using? Yeah. Is it muted? Yes. Okay. See what? It's not picking anything up. Which one is she on? I wonder.
Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Heritage Live. Here we have the early concept sketch of The Pale Man, done by Raoul Monnier. This is one of the most iconic monsters in cinema. The eyes on the palms of its hands. This was an early rendition of The Pale Man. Let's get this started, Heritage Live, with 2,000 or fair winning. All right. That will be a part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 63. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Heritage Live. Here we have Test of 3 Doors. You remember this moment from Pan's Labyrinth. This is a concept sketch, original art done by Raoul Monnier for Pan's Labyrinth. Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Fair winning here. All right, that too will be a part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 64. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Heritage Live, here we have the Pale Man Corridor, done by Raoul Monnier for Pan's Labyrinth. And if I was out there with you, I would be bidding on all of these. Pan's Labyrinth is, like I said earlier, very beautiful movie. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000 here, Heritage Live, or fair winning. All right, that will be in our post-auction buy section. Or give us a call. Like I said earlier, we can add that to your invoice. Lot 65. Here we have 3-piece maquette of the Labyrinth entrance monolith. Okay, what do we have? Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Heritage Live. These stones mark the beginning of Ophelia's magical journey. And you see the appearance of the grasshoppers who later turn into fairies. Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Open this up with 3,000 to get this started, or fair warning here, Heritage Live. All right. That stays with us for now, but not for long. Heritage Live, give us a call or see us in our post-auction buy section, lot 66. Well, let's get this started with your bid of 6,000. Here we have an original production used clapperboard signed by the director Guillermo del Toro for Pan's Labyrinth. Heritage Live, what an incredible piece you could add to your collection along with everything else today. Let's get this started with your bid of 6,000. This one made me laugh a little bit, which it will for you too. Labeled beside director is Pinche Angelito. And beside that is signed by Guillermo del Toro. Heritage Live, let's get this started with your bid of 6,000. Fair warning. All right, see us in our post-auction buy section. Lot 67. 11,000 is the bid. There's 12 and 13. Heritage Live, let's go again at 14,000. Here we have original illustration art by Alan Williams done for Pan's Labyrinth, the Labyrinth of the Fawn. This is an illustrated novel. This was done for an illustrated novel by Guillermo del Toro and Cornelia Funk. Heritage Live, it advanced us to 14,000. 13,000 is the bid. Heritage Live, it's not with you. Come in with 14,000 and let's advance. This also includes the book, and in the book, Mr. Del Toro has drawn a caricature of himself, pointing to the artwork reproduced in the book, shedding a tear with a speech bubble that reads, "Now you own it." Heritage Live, you need this in your collection. Advance us to 14,000 or use your cut here of 13,500. Heritage Live, what do you say? Let's advance now or fair warning? They say 13,000. Lucky internet buyer, congratulations to you. Lot 68. 5250 is the bid, and there's 5,500 against you. Now let's go 6,000. Here we have the original fairy concept artwork by Alan Williams. This is done for Pan's Labyrinth, the Labyrinth of the Fawn, just like the previous lot. It advances now to 6,000. 5,000. 5,500 is the bid. Heritage Live, it's not with you. Let's go 6,000 to advance or use your cut here of 5,750. This is a stunning piece here, Heritage Live. Take us to 6,000 or use the cut, fair warning. All right, 5,500. Internet buyer. Congratulations out there. Lot 69. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here we have original illustration art by Alan Williams for Pan's Labyrinth, the Labyrinth of the Faun. Here you have Captain Vidal and his watch or clock obsession. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Heritage Live, open this up. Fair warning here. All right, that too will be with us, but not for long. We have a bid. There's 2,000. It's with Heritage Live asking 22. It's 2,000. Advance to 22 for the original illustration art done by Alan Williams for Pan's Labyrinth, the Labyrinth of the Faun. Heritage Live advances to 22 or use that cut here of 21. Just a little bit more could put you at the top. You have to advance or fair warning. 2,000.
7142.
7142. Now on to Pacific Rim with lot 70. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here we have the Precursors concept illustration original art done by Keith Thompson for Pacific Rim Heritage Live. The Precursors were the creators of the kaiju. And Keith Thompson is known for his collaborations with Guillermo del Toro on Pacific Rim, as well as The Strain, Pinocchio, and Frankenstein Heritage Live. Let's add this to your collection. Press that bid button, go 2,000 or fair warning. All right, that stays with us. Lot 71. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000 Heritage Live. Here we have the Precursor Observatory concept original art done for Pacific Rim by Wayne Barlow. Wayne Barlow was the head creature designer for Pacific Rim and is celebrated for films like Galaxy Quest, Avatar, and Aquaman, Heritage Live. Let's get this started with 2,000. Or fair warning here. All right. Lot 72. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here you have Precursors concept illustration original art for Pacific Rim. Press that bid button. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000 so this can be a part of your collection. Maybe you can build your own Bleak house. Heritage Live, fair warning here. All right. And that stays with us. Lot 73. 2,000 is the bid. It's with Heritage Live asking 22. Here we have Knife Head. This is the concept sketch original art. 22, now go 24. Done by Wayne Barlow. Again, for Pacific Rim. Heritage Live, it's 2,200 asking 24. And you recognize, or you may recognize this kaiju from the beginning of the film. Advance is not a 2,400. 2,200 is the bid. It's with Heritage Live asking 24. Advance us here to 24 or use that cut here of 23. Heritage Live, it's a great strategy. But let's advance now or fair warning. It's 2,200.
7143.
7143. Lot 74. Opening up on a cut. There's 47, but 48 is against you, Heritage Live. Let's go 5,000 next for Knife Head. Concept sketch original art. This one's just as detailed as the last one here, done by Wayne Barlow for Pacific Rim. Again, he was the head creature designer for Pacific Rim. It's 5,000 Heritage Live, but it's not with you. Come back in and let's advance to 55. It's 5 now, but the 55 next. Advance is here to 5,500. 5,000 is the bid. Heritage Live. It's Knife Head. Concept original art done by Wayne Barlow from Pacific Rim. Advance us to 55 or use your cut of 5,250. Heritage Live. Fair warning. 5,000. Internet buyer. Right, lot 75. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Heritage Live. Here we have the pre-production concept maquette for battle damaged Jaeger Con Pod from Pacific Rim. Heritage Live. Advance us here to 4,000. Let's get this started. Press that bid button so this could be part of your collection, Heritage Live, or fair warning here. All right. That will be a part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 76. Let's get this started with your bid of 10,000 Heritage Live. Here we have the production maquette of Kaiju Meathead. Heritage Live, it even has an LED light in its mouth. Incredibly detailed, expertly crafted. And something that Mr. Del Toro said about this piece, Simon Lee has collaborated with me in several projects, including Pacific Rim. He has the flair and fluidity of a master. And this maquette shows one of my favorite kaijus. We had to let it go because of what else? Budget. But this is a perfect fusion between Guy Davis and Simon, Heritage Live, and this could be a part of your collection. Press that bid button. Let's get this started with 10,000. Or fair warning. All right. And that will stay with us, but not for long. Give us a call or see us in our post-auction buy section. Lot 77. We need 6,000 to get this started. Heritage Live for this production maquette of Kaiju Humantura. Pacific Rim, Heritage Live. Press that bid button and let's get this started. This is a cross between a Stingray and a Switchblade, which I think is very apparent here. Also incredibly detailed, like the last piece. Let's get this started with your bid of 6,000. Heritage Live, add this to your collection, or fair warning here. All right. That will be part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 78. Let's get this started with your bid of 8,000. We have it now, go 85. Here we have a screen-used Hero Illuminating Jaeger Pilot spinal interface with its high-tech case. You remember the moment that this showed up in the film Heritage Live. This was how the pilots were able to connect to the Jaegers and control them neurologically. Let's advance now to 8,500. 8,000 is the bid. Advance now to 85. Or maybe now's a chance to use that cut at 8,250. There's 85 though now, bid 9,000. 9 is the bid, now say 95. It's 9,000, it's with Heritage Live, asking 95 to advance, and we have the cut. 95, yes, now go 10,000. It's 10 now, bid 11,000. 11 is a bid, now say 12. It's 11,000, asking 12 next. Heritage Live, we've come this far, and you need this in your collection. The provenance doesn't get better than this. It's coming directly out of Guillermo del Toro's collection, straight into yours. Heritage Live, advance us now to 12,000. 11,000 is the bid, asking 12, or that cut of 11,500. Heritage Live, let's advance. A fair warning here. 11,000. 7122. Congratulations, Heritage Live. Lot 79. 30,000 is the bid. There's 52.5 on the cut, but 55 is against you now, bid 60,000. Here we have Charlie Hunnam as Raleigh Beckett, screen-used black Jaeger dive suit, Heritage Live. Pacific Rim, advance us now to 60,000. 55,000 is the bid, Heritage Live, it's not with you. Advance us now to 60,000. This was an upgrade from the previous white version, which you saw at the beginning of the film, and will be coming up here shortly, Heritage Live. Advance us to 60,000. 55,000 is the bid. Heritage Live, come in with 60,000, or try that cut of 57.5. Just a little bit more, and you could be at the top, Heritage Live, but we must advance now, or fair warning. And that's 55. There's the cut. 60,000 is against you, Heritage Live. Advance us now to 65,000. I mean, this suit is incredible. It was custom made using a 3D body scan. Heritage Live, let's go 65,000. 60,000 is the bid, advance out of 65. Guillermo del Toro never skimped on any of the details. Heritage Live, this is an incredible piece, just like everything available to you today. Advance out of 65 or use your cut of 62.5. Heritage Live, let's advance. Fair warning. 60,000. Lucky internet buyer, congratulations. Lot 80. 30,000 is the bid. 52.5, asking 55, and we have it now bid 60,000. Here we have screen-used white Jaeger dive suit, Drive suit, worn by Charlie Hunnam as Raleigh Beckett for Pacific Rim Heritage Live. This was the precursor to the suit that you just saw. There was the cut, and 60,000 is against you, Heritage Live. It advances now to 65. This was featured in the opening sequence where Raleigh and Yancy take on the Kaiju Knife Head. Heritage Live, take us to 65,000. 60,000 is the bid, asking 65. Advances here to 65 next. It's 60,000 now, bid the 65, or use that cut here of 62.5. Heritage Live. It's a great strategy that could put you at the top. But let's advance now, or fair warning. 60,000. Internet buyer, congratulations. Lot 81. Let's get this started with your bid of 10,000. Heritage Live. Here we have the screen used hero, Gypsy Danger, Jaeger Escape Pod. Something cool about this piece, they only made one, even though in the movie you see two. This is the one. Heritage Live, let's get this started with your 10,000. 10,000, yes, now bid 11,000. It's 10,000, it's with Heritage Live, asking 11,000 to advance now bid 11. For the Gypsy Danger Jaeger Escape Pod, take us to 11,000. 10,000 is the bid. It's with the Heritage Live bidder asking for 11. And something that Guillermo mentioned about this piece, we built only one escape pod for the film. The shooting of it took place at the famous Universal Studios Backlot Lake. It was used both as a flotation device and as the holding pod that releases both the heroes in the film and gives us a final iconic image of the film. Heritage Live, you need this in your collection. Let's go 11,000 to advance here, or that cut of 10.5. Fair warning though. 10,000 it is.
7144.
7144. Now we're moving on to the strain with lot 82. 3,100 is the bid, asking 32. Here we have Robert Maillet as the master, vampire makeup master reference bust used for the strain. Another piece here, expertly crafted. All of the details fully thought out here. It's 3,200, asking 34. Advances here to 3,400. Also included in this lot is the Advanced Reader's Edition paperback of the strain. Heritage Live, take us to 34, or use your cut here of 33. Fair warning. 32.
7145.
7145. Congratulations, Heritage Live. Now on to Crimson Peak, lot 83. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Here we have Charlie Hunnam as Dr. Alan McMichael, screen-used Hero Magic Lantern Slide Projector. Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. He used this as he did his photography for, looking for the ghosts. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Fair warning. All right, that too stays with us, but not for long. See us in our post-auction buy section. Lot 84. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Here we have Mia Wasikowska as Edith Cushing, screen-used hero phonograph. From Crimson Peak here, Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. This is from the scene where Edith discovers the phonograph, which reveals recordings of ghostly voices. Heritage Live. Let's get this started with 4,000. Fair warning. All right, see us in our post-auction buy section. Lot 85. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Heritage Live. Here we have the production lighting head for the Ghost with Baby from Crimson Peak. I'm sure you remember this scene, Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Directly from the Bleak House collection of Guillermo del Toro and straight into yours. Heritage Live, press that bid button. Let's get this started with your bid of 3,000. Fair warning. All right. Moving into the Shape of Water with lot 85.
3,100.
Or lot 86, my apologies. 3,100 is the bid. We've opened up on the cut, Heritage Live. Take us to 32. Here we have the full body conceptual clay maquette for Amphibian Man. For the Shape of Water. $3,200 is the bid, asking $34. Another incredibly beautiful film, $34, now bid $36. $36 is the bid, asking $38. Something that Mr. Del Toro mentioned about this piece. This concept maquette is rare to find. And this one was part of the main series of concept done years before the film was greenlit. Heritage Live advances to 42. 4,000 is the bid, asking 42. Advances here to 4,200. It's 4,000. There's 41 on the cut. Heritage Live, we've come this far. Don't let them cut you out now. You don't know when you'll have a shot at this again in the future. It advances now to 44. 4,200 is the bid, asking 44 for the full body conceptual clay maquette for Amphibian Man. Beautifully detailed piece here, Heritage Live. 44, now bid 46. 4,400 is the bid. There's 46 now. Go 48 next. Advances here to 4,800. 46 is the bid, and it's with Heritage Live, asking 4,800 from our other bidders. Advances here to 48. Heritage Live, take us to 4,800 next. 4,600 is the bid, asking 48, or that cut of 47. Heritage Live. Let's advance now for fair warning.
48.
There's 48. That takes us to 5,000. It's 4,800 and there's 5, now bid 55. 5,000 is the bid. It's with Heritage Live, asking 55 to advance, now bid 55. In addition to what Mr. Del Toro mentioned earlier, this rarity provides a glimpse into the true process of design. 2D art will never allow the scrutiny needed for a final complex suit and makeup as we needed in The Shape of Water. Again, incredibly beautiful film. Every detail fully thought out. Heritage Live, take us to 55 or use your cut of 52.50. Fair warning. 5,000.
7146.
7146. Congratulations, Heritage Live. Lot 87.
4,000.
Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Here we have the trio of conceptual clay maquette studies for Amphibian Man from The Shape of Water as well. Heritage Live, take us to 4,000. Let's get this started with your bid of 4,000. Here you have 3 different images here or designs. Take us to 4,000. Get this started. Heritage Live, fair warning. All right, that will be a part of our post-auction buy section. Lot 88.
2,000.
2,000 is the bid, asking 22. Here we have the screen-used ocean access sign for Amphibian Man's escape from The Shape of Water. 2,400 is the bid. It's against you, Heritage Live. Come back and take us to 2,600 next. Advance here to 26. 26 we have, but there's 28 against you. Now go 3,000. 28 is the bid, asking 3. 32, now bid 34. You can see this at the end of the film.
34.
36, now bid 38.
38.
38 is the bid. There's 4, now bid 42. It's 4,000. It's not with you, Heritage Live, and 42 and 44 go 46. 4,400 is the bid, Heritage Live. There's 46 and 48. Now bid 5. Advances here to 5,000. 5,000. There's 55. Now bid 6. 5,500 is the bid. There's 6 and 65. Now bid 7,000. It's 6,500. It's not with you, Heritage Live. There's 7 and 75. Now bid 8. It advances here to 8,000. 75 is the bid. It's against you, Heritage Live. Come back in and let's advance to 8,000 next. For the Amphibious Man escape sign here. 85. Go 9,000. It's 8,500. It's against you, Heritage Live. Come back in with 9,000 and let's advance. Something that Mr. Del Toro mentioned about this piece. We need to signal a timetable, a clock, a countdown on how long Eliza would keep the creature at home. This sign and sequence, which contains one of my favorite images, Sally with the umbrella facing the horizon, served that purpose. And the sign being auctioned is one of 2 heroes used in the film Heritage Live, and this could be a part of your collection. Let's go 12,000. 11,000 is the bid. It's not with you. Come back in and let's advance to 12,000 next. It's 11,000 asking 12. We've come so far with this piece, Heritage Live. And again, the provenance does not get better than this. Straight from the Bleak House collection to yours. You don't know when you'll have an opportunity at this again in the future. Heritage Live, this is it. Let's go 12,000. 11,000 is the bid. It's not with you. Heritage Live, take us to 12,000 next, or use your cut of 11.5. Advance us now. Fair warning. 11,000. Internet buyer. Moving into Nightmare Alley with lot 89. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Here we have screen used Carnival Freak Show Siamese twins, fetus, in jar. Heritage Live. Creepy piece here, but very cool. Let's get this started with your bid of 2,000. Open this up with your bid of 2,000. Fair warning here. All right. That stays with us, but definitely not for long. See us in our post-auction buy section or give us a call and we'll add that to your invoice. Lot 90.
3,000.
3,000 is the bid, asking 32. Here you have screen used sketchbook and notebook of human cues and tricks used by Stanton Carlisle, who is played by Bradley Cooper. Heritage Live. 3,000 is the bid, asking 32. Advances here to 3,200. Here you have these books contain various sketches, characters, animals, carnival attractions, and more from this film. Advances out of 32 or use your cut of 31. Fair warning. 3,000. Internet buyer. Lot 91.
4,000.
Let's get started with your bid of 4,000. Here we have the all-seeing eye pendant and fortune-telling pamphlet used by Toni Collette, who was Xena the Seer from Nightmare Alley. Heritage Live. Press that bid button. Let's get this started. The pendant was sold by Bradley Cooper's character, Stanton Carlisle, to unsuspecting carnival rubes. Heritage Live. Let's get this started with your bid or fair warning. All right. That will be in our post-auction buy section. And my last lot before I pass you on over to Mike, which honestly, I believe might be one of my favorite lots in this auction, lot 92.
5,000.
52.50 is the bid on the cut, asking 55. Here we have Guillermo del Toro's personal 192-page notebook with hand-drawn preliminary storyboards for Nightmare Alley. This represents one of the early stages of Guillermo del Toro's creative process, Heritage Live, and this could be a part of your collection. 7,000 is the bid, asking 75. Advance us here to 7,500. It's 7,000 now, bid 75 next. Advance us here to 75. He did mention for this piece, this was difficult for me. I thought that the last thing I would release would be my notebooks and my on-set storyboards, which are rarely seen. But I thought, just as I did with my Sunday model kit, well, this shows my process, my thoughts, my enthusiasms. And thus, here it is. Heritage Live. Advance us to 75 or use your cut of 72.50. Fair warning. And that is 7,000. 7147. Congratulations to all of the winning bidders so far. Good luck. And I will pass you on over to Mike.
Thank you, Emily. And we're going to keep going. We're starting a new section here, some artwork that was part of the Bleak House, part of Guillermo del Toro's collection. It's always interesting when you're a fan of an artist to get a glimpse into what they're into, the things that influenced them, that attracted their eyes, and that's what we have here with the rest of this Part 1 sale. And in addition to them being part of the Bleak House collection, you'll see many of them are framed and matted, those frames and matted. As you know, Guillermo del Toro, very detail-oriented in everything with his films, same with his collection. So he was instrumental in picking out the frames, the matting, making sure the display was perfect for that added touch of del Toro collection into your collection. And what a place to start with lot 93 here, a true masterwork from a huge name in the art world. This is lot 93, the Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein published illustration plate original art. I do have an additional note here, a quote with Guillermo del Toro's signature on the back of the frame has been added to the description, so incredible artwork. And then you got del Toro's autograph on the back. a beautiful piece and an artist that needs no introduction. So let's begin with lot 93, the Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein piece. We're looking for 220,000 Heritage Live. The master of horror illustration, all his skills on full display here. We need 220,000. Truly haunting image, masterfully rendered from Wrightson's illustrated edition of Frankenstein, not based on any of the movies or TV, but on Shelley's original text from 1831. We're looking for 220,000, a truly stunning piece, the obsessive detail of Wrightson on display with the cross and cross hatching work here. Need 220. Any advance to 220,000. And this stunner will sell for 200,000. All right, lot 94. This is the Bernie Wrightson from the same incredible work. Another published illustration plate original art from the Shelley novel adaptation. And as with the previous one, it has Guillermo del Toro's autograph on the back. This is lot 94. We're looking for 100,000. Gorgeous piece here from a master of the terror genre from the illustration side. This from the end of the story. The story begins and ends in the frozen wasteland. And this one has Victor searching for his creation on the tundra. We're looking for $100,000. Dramatic rendering by Wrightson of this desolate landscape. More than just an illustration, interpretation of Shelley's work here. We're looking for 100,000 for this masterwork. And of course, Del Toro has his Frankenstein movie opening soon. So a very timely addition to a Del Toro collection for you. Anyone at 100,000? Another shot at that one at ha.com. Lot 95, love this piece. This is a custom Bleak House bookplate signed by artist Thomas Iho. We're looking for 1,100. Gorgeous piece here and a fitting piece from the Del Toro collection. You can see the Mexican influences here with the memento mori, the candle, the timepiece, and the bones, the elements there. We need 1,100. Iho created the tarot cards for Nightmare Alley. You can see the influence here. And those we're looking for 1,100. The piece with the skeletal scribe, signed by the artist as well. Anyone at 1,100? And 1,000 will win it. Love this one, lot 96. This is an antique anatomical wax sculpture of the human torso by C. Kellner in the early 20th century. Need 4,000, looking for 4,000 here. It's a piece to spark conversation for sure. It's a dissected human from the larynx to the bladder, highly detailed. John, can you tell me what other organs are in between there? Yeah, all of them pretty much. Yeah, the kidney's one. We're looking for 4,000. I mean, if you're going to buy a piece from the Del Toro collection, this is an incredible one. And he said he's collected anatomical wax for decades. This is a very early example, and it's been in several of his homes. Could be in your home. 4,000's the number to do that, bidders. Let's go 4,000. 13 by 5.5 by 4, if you want to pick out the first perfect spot. Anyone at 4, looking at for 4,000. That one will be available. Incredible piece, lot 97 here, immediately recognizable character. This is the Ray Harryhausen Cyclops model kit. What's special about this, I'm sure many of us assembled models like this or similar. This one was assembled and painted by Guillermo del Toro. Now could go into your collection. We're looking for 2,200. 22, need 24. You're wondering, this is a 1/35th scale of the Cyclops from the 7th voyage of Sinbad. Yeah, that's not going to fit in my house. It's bigger than a house. 1/35th. So 2,800 from the 1958 film. It's got the spiked club, incredibly detailed evokes that rich fantasy Harryhausen world we're all familiar with. And you can, of course, see a lot of his influences in Del Toro's work. And Del Toro created this one, built and painted. We're looking for 2,800. And what's cool about it is that you can see what an incredible artist Del Toro is in this vein, in this discipline of model building and painting. We're looking for 2,800 here. And Del Toro posted a video of him creating this on social media. So how cool to have the video of this being created if it's in your collection of Guillermo del Toro putting it together and painting it. We're looking for 2,800. Any advance to 2,800, Del Toro invites other directors for breakfast and builds on Sunday mornings to do stuff like this. Mr. Del Toro, my Sundays are pretty free if ever needed, just throwing that out there. Looking for 2,800, incredible piece here. Anyone at 28? And 2,600 is the winner. Oh, an absolute classic here. A lot of shouts of recognition from the crowd here. This is lot 98, Winsor McCay artwork. Gertie the dinosaur, the first animated superstar ever. Incredible piece. We're looking for 6,000. This is a original drawing art from McCay, a absolute legend in every sense of the word. We need 9,000. There's the 9. And a charming image of Gertie, of course, from the groundbreaking 1914 film. We're looking for 9,500 for the Winsor McCay original artwork of Gertie the dinosaur. There it is, now 10,000. Hand inked by McCay here, from a film that absolutely revolutionized animation and can still be felt in every animated work produced even now. We're 10,000. How about 11,000? Gertie, the first animated superstar of all time, and a deserving one, the adorable dinosaur. 11,000 up next to own this. And as you can see, beautifully framed and matted. That's all Del Toro's touch to that, not some assistant or someone in a frame shop. He picked it out himself. We're looking for 11,000. The image area here, 8¼ by 6¼ real legendary piece from Winsor McCay. Looking for 11,000. Anyone at 11,000? Work from one legend owned by another legend to you. Anyone at 11? And we'll sell it for 10,000. Lot 99, another stunner here from very important artist Arthur Rackham. This is Angry Wife, Mr. and Mrs. Vinegar. Important piece from the English fairy tales, the Hans Christian Andersen book. We're looking for 20,000 for this piece of art. Need 20,000. You get to see the husband returning home empty-handed here. The wife nonplussed, of course. Need 20,000. Ink and watercolor, very expressive. One of those images that just tells a story. Rackham, a legend, and so good at that, at creating the narrative through art. We're looking for 20,000 to put this on your wall. And as you can see, the frame and matting for it perfectly matching the artwork, making an excellent display piece. 20,000 to make it yours. Anyone at 20,000? That will be available. Lot 100, just legend after legend here as far as artwork. This is Avon Earl of Disney fame and many other. This is from 1970, Mountains and Trees, the title of this beautiful piece. We're looking for 4,400. 46, need 48. You can tell from the style, even if you're not familiar with the name, how much influence he had on Disney's work in the 50s when he was there. 55, give me 6,000. A lot of these elements in the style that he contributed remained with the Disney imprint for decades following. And even to today, we're looking for 7,500. That light from the shadow effect here is just beautifully done on this piece. A real stunner. We need 7,500. Gives it that dreamlike look and the crisp edges. It's an image that really jumps out at you and beautifully created. Need 8,000 for the Avon Earl painting mountains and trees original art here from a heavyweight. We're looking for 8,000 beautifully framed, and the frame and matting adding to that shadow from light effect for the display. Need 8,000. Looking for 8,000. Incredible artist here and famed Disney artist for those fan of the Disney artwork. Need 8. Anyone at 8,000 and 7,500 will win it. You know something special when you have to turn the image in the catalog to have enough room so you can see all the details. That's what's happened here. If you're looking online, you can see how beautiful it is. This is lot 101, the Avon Earl Sleeping Beauty Disney animation concept painting, original art. We're looking for 4,600. Yes, thank you. Now 48. Let's jump there. Numbers changing. Need 5,000. 55. Now, how about 6,000? Beautiful piece. 6,000. 65. Let's go 7. At the lonely castle there. Great example of Earl's stylization and the master of mood that he is in this depiction, putting the castle in the background to set the mood for the Sleeping Beauty story, a story of isolation, of course. We need 8,000. Looking for 8,000. Shadowed forms around the growing spires of the castle in the back. A stunning piece, beautifully framed as well by Mr. Del Toro. 8,250, give me 8,500. There's the 85, 9,000. Got 8.5, need 9,000. And although this is a concept painting, this is something when it's hanging on your wall, it's going to stop everyone. And most are going to say, I recognize, there's something familiar about that. His style is so recognizable, especially from his work Disney and Sleeping Beauty in particular, which this one is related to. We're looking for 9,000. 8750, a true coup to get this one out of Guillermo del Toro's collection. Obviously a special piece, and looking for a new custodian of it. Let's find out who it is. We're looking for 9,500 to make it you. That acolyte to take the mantle of protecting this. We're looking for 9,500. We have 9,000. With Emily on Heritage Live. Anyone at 95? The Avon Earl, Sleeping Beauty, animation concept painting, need 9,500. Any advance to 95? Congratulations, 9,000 is the winner. Who won that, Emily? Lot 102 now. This is from K. Nielsen, just recognizable name after name here. Sleeping Beauty from Disney, dining room early concept illustration art, and a great one. We're looking for 3,200 here. It's going to go, there's 32 right away. Let's go 34, Heritage Live. Very early version of Malfeasant, the evil queen here, sitting at a table you could only be described as diabolical. This is not a friendly table at all, or chair with the beast looming over her. The perfect environs for the evil queen. We're at 3,334. This early concept art, and when you're dealing with such an iconic film like Sleeping Beauty, it's so cool to see these early designs. You've seen the final product of Sleeping Beauty so many times. Those images have been repeated over and over. In different films, printed even, so then to see the concepts that went into making that final product, this is a special piece. Looking for 3,800 here from K. Nielsen. This one, the image, 7 3/4 by 5 3/4, and beautifully framed as well for display. Need 3,800. 37 is the cut. K. Nielsen, the Danish artist. Graphite artwork here of the evil queen seated at her inhospitable table, I would describe it. Let's go 4,000. So cool with this early concept that the main character, one of the most memorable characters in the Disney pantheon, is kind of small here, and what the emphasis on is her surroundings and the mood. That's what they're looking for, the texture of the areas she inhabits. We're looking for 4,000, and you almost kind of notice the whole room, and then your focus moves to the evil queen there in the benevolent chair. Need 4,000 now to make it yours. Anyone at 4,000? There's 4. Give me 42. Beautiful piece. About to find a new wall to be displayed on. Why not yours? 40. There's the cut. 41. How about 42? Looking for 4,200. And a excellent layout here, how it's so dark, but the light on the table kind of leads your eye to Malfeasant, the evil queen there. We're looking for 4,400. Anyone at 4,400? We'll sell it for 4,200. Lot 103, another fantastic one from the Dutch artist Kay Nielsen. This from Sleeping Beauty as well. Castle early concept drawing. Need 3,200. Looking for 3,200. This is some of the earliest art for that landmark Disney film. There's 32. Give me 34. Nielsen, the first person to make production art for the film. So these pieces are incredibly rare, to say the least. We're looking for 3,400. And here's kind of the opposite of the other one, where the shadow created the space for the light. Here, the light in the background is creating the shadowed effect of the lonely castle there. We're looking for 3,400. I love the detail of the tiny bridge that spans the two spaces there. It's so small in the image, but you know you'd be very uncomfortable to cross that bridge, even though it's such a small detail. That's how deep Nielsen goes here for the concept art. We're looking for 38. There's 38. How about 4,000? Just an incredibly rare piece, beautifully framed, but one that lets your eye wander and find all these special little details incorporated into, as I said, a very early piece for the incredibly important Sleeping Beauty film. We're looking for 4,000 now. 3,800 from Heritage Live. Who's going to go 4? Any advance to 4,000? And 3,800 is the winner. Lot 104, and Wilson, the single panel gag cartoon illustration. This is the original art, of course. We're looking for 4,200. The macabre wit on full display here of Wilson. 57.50 the cut. Let's go 6,000. The artist featured in Playboy and National Lampoon, the many publications of the ilk, and you can see why here. Humorous and eerie illustration. Looking for 6,000. Needs 6,000 here. Another one where the frame adds to the effect of the display. Picked out by Guillermo del Toro himself. Needs 6,000 to make it yours. Could be on your wall. 6,000's the number. Any advance to 6,000? And nicely played. Bidder with the cut bid. That will win it at 57.50. Lot 105 now. This is Lee Brown Koi. The fat guy eating. I love it when a painting's title tells you exactly what you're getting, and that is the case here, although more to it. We're looking for 3,000. Looking for 3,000. This great defined black and white image, a stark image, letting you take in all the details in your eye, move around. We're looking for 3,000. And Koi, just a master at making the mundane mean more than it does here with the comic reflection on gluttony on display. Anyone at 3,000? Fair warning, need 3. That will be available. Lot 106, another legendary artist entering the pantheon of the Del Toro collection. This is Robert Crumb, immediately recognizable work. He's got his hands full, the illustration original art. We need 5,500 for the Crumb. There's 7,000. We got a prior here, so that came in early, came in by Raven 2 weeks ago, but you've got a chance to bid live. We're looking for 7,500 here. You've got the Great sharp satire from Crumb in this work. We're looking for 7,500. Hardworking farmer under the absolute microscope of the bureaucrats. His meticulous line work, a favorite of Del Toro, and this is a stunning example of that. We're looking for 7,500. Guillermo del Toro also stating the layout that Crumb has is notoriously famous, and this is an excellent example as well. Needs 7,500. Framed Crumb piece needs 75, and he advanced to 7.5. 72.50 is the cut. That's good bidding there. You throw in the cut bid at the end, try and steal it away from someone else. No sniping, of course. We'll reset. We're at 8,000. How about 8,500? But just a connection of legends. The Robert Crumb, wonderful piece, owned by Guillermo del Toro. And then next, onto your legendary collection. One bid to make that happen. 8,500, the number. We're looking for 8,500. Any advance to 85. And 8,000 will win it. Lot 107, another great Crumb piece here. This is a placemat illustration. Original art. Need 3,200. 32 right away. 35 is better than 32. That's how math works. Let's go 36. Looking for 3,600. 36, very unique Crumb piece here. No real cartoonish quality or whimsy to it. This is a portrait of humanity by the celebrated artist. We're looking for 4,000. Textured solitude here, the crumbling hut, the individual gripping their wine. A real think piece here, as his work often is, but in a different way. We're looking for 4,200. Nice understated frame from Del Toro on this one. We're looking for 4,200. The Robert Crumb original art from the Guillermo del Toro collection. Let's go 42. There's 42. Give me 44. And of course, with Crumb, it's all in the details, and the background here is where the details are on display. Real man of the land here depicted. Need 4,400. Anyone at 44? 4,200 will win it. All right, lot 108, instantly recognizable imagery. Even if you've never seen this artwork before, you know the artist. This is H.R. Giger, the tourist painting original art. An additional note here, Guillermo del Toro's signature on the back of the frame. Giger, one of the most celebrated artists for his work in film, and beautiful example here. We're looking for 160,000 for the tourist. 190, 200,000 here. So we need 220. And his artwork, very rare to reach the market, and incredibly rare if you're looking for one previously owned by Guillermo del Toro. So we're looking for 220,000 for one of Giger's creative creations, that eerie, organic imagery he is so famous for. And this is a beautiful example of it, one that you can't take your eye away, but yet is almost unsettling to view. We need 220,000 now. And a also stunning example of how he creates motion in the stillness. 220, 240 here. Let's go 260. Every creation sinuous. 250,000 is the cut. 260,000. And these creatures in the tourist, delicate but obviously dangerous, is where the think piece part of it comes into. Creatures you're unfamiliar with that Giger has created here, and you're trying to interpret their intent and what they would do, and it seems none of it good, most likely. We're looking for 28,000. But a great Giger piece, the tourist, leading to thoughts of possibly a parasite, something parasitic, which alludes to his greatest or most familiar of works. We're looking for 280,000. The H.R. Giger, the tourist, from 1980, a haunting imagery. from the Guillermo del Toro collection need 280,000 bidders. And when you combine a legendary artist from the collection of another legendary artist, this is one you can assume is not going to come back on market for a long time. So if you need it, as we all do, but only one can win it, and now is the time. We're looking for 280,000 for the H.R. Giger, the tourist painting original art. Anyone at 280? Fair warning, bidders, before we bestow the mantle of protector of this piece onto a new collector. And we will do that now at 260,000. Congratulations to them. Lot 109, I love this one. It's one when you turn the page or it came up on your computer, you're immediately thinking, Meatloaf, how did that get in here? But of course, it's a legendary artist, Bernie Wrightson, and work he did for another legendary artist and owned by Guillermo del Toro. This is lot 109, the Bernie Wrightson Meatloaf Dead Ringer final album cover painting, original art. We need 110,000. Looking for 110,000. You know, if you're looking at it, you might not have immediately thought, oh, that's a Bernie Wrightson work. But as you look deeper, you see the powerful figures, the fierce beast here, and you realize it's right in his or view. We 120 need 130,000. This was Meatloaf's follow-up to Bat Out of Hell, and a powerful piece of artwork for that album cover to follow up such a big hit. We're at 140,000. There's 145, 150 now. Great fusion of fantasy and music here for fans of Meatloaf. Unquestionably, this is a desirable piece. And then for the Wrightson devotees as well, we need 160,000. Guillermo del Toro said of this work, quote, the color balance and composition are part of its dynamic power, end quote. And I would heartily agree with that assessment. We're looking for 160,000. And as with any Wrightson work, this tells a story in one image. We may all have different interpretations of that story, but a narrative art piece, of course. We're looking for 160,000 for the Wrightson Meatloaf cover original art. Any advance to 160,000 bidders. Worlds colliding here of fantasy and pop and music, and we will sell it for 150,000. Lot 110, this is Jean-Giraud Mobius, Incal number 4, story page 9, original art, stunning. And I will add Guillermo del Toro's signatures on the back of the frame of this one as well. We're looking for 30,000 for original artwork from the epic sci-fi Mobius, big influence and favorite of Guillermo del Toro. But parting with it here at 30,000 to you bidders, you've got Grayfield shackled and powerless before the techno priests in this one, and the beautiful layout, the artist of the sterile environment surrounding the prisoner. We're looking for 30,000 for the Mobius influential sci-fi work, one of the greatest graphic novels of all time. The original art here, we're looking for 30,000. Any advance to 30,000? Take another look, bidders. That will be available following the auction. Lot 111, this is Richard Corbin, Vic and Blood, The Chronicles of the Boy and His Dog, wraparound cover original art, wraparound cover art here. We're looking for 40,000. 40,000 right away from Heritage Live, a seminal work here in the original artwork for the wraparound cover. Beautifully done, moving the eye through the haunting image of Vic and his telepathic dog Blood. We're looking for 42,000 now. He's going to go 42. And the Corbin signature textures, those deep shadows, and of course the foreboding and the post-apocalyptic despair relevant in the story. We need 42,000 for the wraparound original artwork. The ink and white paint highlights over graphite here. looking for 42. Any advance to 42,000 and 40,000 will win. Lot 112, another great Richard Corbin here. This is a life study nude illustration from 1999, looking for $1,000. Who's going to go $1,000? Need 1,000. This is the Heavy Metal Magazine artist, or his most famed work there. Need 1,000. Well known for exaggerated fantasy anatomy here, but this is a great look at the building blocks of how he gets there. You can't just start with the huge superhero types. This is a more realistic view, and then he would build upon that in his work. This is the basics. Looking for 1,000 to open it up. Anyone at 1,000 that will be available. Lot 113, Richard Corbin. This is a life study nude illustration. Similarly, a beautiful look at the work he does before the work. We need 1,100 here. The quiet, intimate side of the artist, most familiar with his bombastic style. We're looking for 1,100, but soft, expressive artwork here, where he would start in the building blocks of the artwork. We're looking for 1,100, just a very versatile artist, obviously, who could do it all. And this is a beautiful graphite work, looking for 1,100. Any advance to 1,100, and 1,000 is the winner. All right, lot 114. This is the Richard Corbin Hellboy, Macoma #2 story, important story. This is a page 5 original art. We need 5,000. Oh, sorry, 4,000. We'll get to 5. We're looking for 4,000 here. Macoma, the African king. This tale, a story told to Hellboy by a mummy that he pulled up. We're looking for 4,000, and some great action work here by Corbin of Hellboy fighting an endless horde of sand devils. Need 4,000. Who's going to go 4? Any advance to 4,000? You get another shot following the auction. Lot 115 now, another great Richard Corbin, the same Macoma #2 story issue. This is the original art from page 6, 4,200, what we're looking for here. 75, now 8,000. Who's going to go 8,500? Looking for 8,500. This is the first Hellboy artwork other than Magnola for Richard Corbin here. Beautiful piece. I love that 5th panel with Hellboy looking out into the distance. Need 8,500. The landmark collaboration. Corbin and Magnola looking for 8,500. Another masterwork here, 16.5 by 21.5, and then perfectly framed by the man himself, Guillermo del Toro. Need 8,500. Any advance to 85, and 8,000 is the winner. Absolutely beautiful and horrifying piece at the same time here. Only one artist who could do that. This is lot 116, Mike Mignola. This is the Clive Barker's Hellraiser #2 pinup original art. Looking for 40,000 for a seminal piece from the legendary artist. Need 40,000, and colored work from Mignola, very hard to find. Guillermo del Toro himself saying, quote, took a long time to find a color Mignola. He's a big fan of his Hellraiser work, which is right here, one of the finest pieces in del Toro's collection. Looking for 40,000 to put it in yours, featuring the iconic Cenobite pinhead in full grisly detail here. Need 40,000 collectors. The stark lighting, the bold color, Gothic minimalism, all the tricks at the disposal of the magnificent Mike Mignola on display here. Looking for 40,000 collectors. Any advance to 40,000? You get another chance following the auction at that masterwork. Lot 117. This is one of those concept illustrations that is immediately recognizable what it is from. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas concept original art. We're looking for 6,000. 65 right away, 7,000, one of the most popular and beloved films of all time. 8,000, Guillermo del Toro, a huge fan, as are we all. We're looking for 8,500. What's significant about this is Mr. del Toro acquired these close to the production of the film before it became a classic and so beloved. So these have not been on the market. They've been in the Bleak house, but looking for a new home now, 9,000 the number. We're at 8,750 with the cut. There's 9,000. Now give me 9,500. And these just, as Mr. del Toro's quotes, dripping with mood. And I would agree. You've got Jack Skellington and Zero gliding through the graveyard here, looking for 9,500. The Nightmare Before Christmas concept illustration original art, need 9,500. This one titled Still Time makes me think it was towards the end when he's trying to set right everything he set wrong originally. Need 10,000. A 6 3/4 by 7, the image area, and then once again, Del Toro using his artful eye for the perfect display in the frame and matting. Need 11,000. Looking for 11,000. Beautiful image here, and another one that when it's hanging on your wall, and only one of you is going to say it's hanging on your wall, it is going to stop everyone who walks by it, even people who live in your home and have seen it many times. It is a show-stopping piece. Need 11,000 to make it yours, though. We're at 10,000 with Emily on Heritage Live, who's got 11. Any advance to 11,000, and 10,000 will win it. Another beautiful work from the Nightmare Before Christmas. This is concept illustration, original art. Need 3,200. 5,250, instantly recognizable scene, and one of my favorites from the film. This is the concept art. We're looking for 5,500, with the wide-eyed child mesmerized by the gift he's received, thinking from Santa Claus, but from Jack Skellington. The Serpentine Christmas gift here, 6,250. Give me 6,500. Amusing and terrifying, the whimsy and the horrific all in one image, which perfectly encapsulates the theme of the film and the dynamic of the film. We're looking for 7,000 of those bold Christmas colors and the kid's hair contrasting with the darkness and ominous of the gift. This is a beautiful display piece accented by the frame and matting done by Mr. del Toro. We need 7,500. A real dark piece, but a playful one in that, which perfectly encapsulates the Nightmare Before Christmas. We're looking for 7,500. And a reminder, Halloween and Christmas coming up. If you're looking for the perfect gift for someone, perhaps even an auctioneer standing right next to you, Emily. 7,500 to make it yours. There's 7,250's a cut. Savvy bidding there. Let's see what happens. We're looking for 7,500. Got 7,250, the Nightmare Before Christmas concept art from the Guillermo del Toro collection, 7,500. Now 8, need 8,000. And some real bright, bold colors that jump out at you right when you see the piece with the lights and the hair and the eyes of the gift, if you will. We're looking for 8,000. Who's going to go 8,000? Emily's got 7,500 on Heritage Live. Have we found a new owner, a new custodian? Anyone at 8,000? 7,500 is the winner. Congrats to them. I am quite jealous of that one. Jealous of whoever wins this one as well. Lot 119, Rick Vetk and Kevin Eastman, Casey Jones, North by Downwest #1. Story original art, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original art here. We're looking for 2,000, 2,000 and 2,200. Looking for 2,200. You see only bits and pieces of Casey here, but instantly recognizable, the cleats in the first image, then the bandaged hands, but most importantly, all 4 turtles visible in this artwork. very early Turtles artwork. We're looking for 2200 now. You get to see their sewer layer being flooded accidentally by Casey Jones, we find out later. Looking for 2200. Anyone at 2200, this is from the first issue of the Casey Jones two-part miniseries. So early work, we're looking for 22. Any advance to 2200? 2000 is the winner. Lot 120 now. Directing Kevin Eastman. Casey Jones, North by Down East, number 2, story page original art. Need 1,000. Added note here, remarked by Eastman in the bottom left corner. So we need 1,000 and just explosive artwork in every sense of the word here, looking for 1,000, with them standing over the wreckage of Big Snapper, quote, the biggest lobster salad on record. We're looking for 1,000 to make the artwork yours. Bold, explosive artwork, even anyone at 11,000 or 1,000. That will be available. Lot 121, Zvecht and Eastman, Casey Jones, North by Down East, original art. Number 2, we need 2,000 now. Looking for 2,000. This is where the mystery kind of deepens in the story. This early Ninja Turtles artwork here. Looking for 2,000 to open it up. Casey Jones vanishes, leaving just a corncob pipe cut in half. The eerie hint there. Anyone at 2? That one will be available. Lot 123 now. Lot 122 was removed, so we're moving right on to 123. The great William Stout, a legendary illustrator. This is a Fall of Stardust portfolio illustration original art. We're looking for 4,200. 8,000, give me 8,500. This is from the Gaiman Invest Stardust production. We're looking for 8,500. Sylvain, the fallen star, depicted here, looking for 8,500. Absolutely beautiful piece from Stout for a portfolio for charity purposes. It was created. We need 8,500, but an absolute stunner. In mixed media, 9x14, the image size, need 8,500. Instantly recognizable. His brushwork and artwork need 8.5. Any advance to 8.5? Fair warning, bidders. And we'll sell it for 8,000. Lot 124. Michael Kaluta, the legend of the 5 rings, the 4 winds era. Sosuro. Card art painting, original art, need 3,000 to open it up. Very haunting image here. The Scorpion Clan puppet master looking for 3,000 to open it up. Always depicted cloaked in shadow and secrets. And we can see that here. We're looking for 3,000. Anyone at 3,000 to get it started? One bid to make it yours. Anyone at 3? That will be available. Gorgeous piece here, lot 125. Victor Safonkin, the Cloud Tamer painting original art. We need 10,000. 11,000. 12, says John. Let's go 13. With the main figure roping and pulling the writhing cloud across just a beautifully depicted landscape. We need 13,000 now. Looking for 13,000. Still earth, but the chaos from the storm. Anyone at 13,000, absolutely beautiful oil on canvas piece. Need 13. Any advance to 13 for the Euro Surrealism style on display here? Give me 13. The beautiful frame and display Guillermo del Toro. Anyone at 13? 12,000 is the winner. Lot 126, Andre Dugan and Olga Dugan. This is the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Bertie Bott concept painting original art. Looking for 5,500. 8,750, 9,000 here. Let's go 9,500. Bertie Bott about to swat a mini elephant here. Who would do such a thing? 9,500, the next bid to find out. This duo adding fairy tale charm to the wizarding world, and this is a beautiful example of that. Need 9,500. Whimsical concept painting from the Guillermo del Toro collection. Anyone at 9,500? The image area here, 14 by 17 and a quarter, and then skillfully framed and matted. Guillermo del Toro's taste. We're looking for 9,500. Anyone at 95? And 9,000 is the winner. Beautiful piece here. This is lot 127, Chet Zar, the Pink Scream painting original art. We're looking for 2,200 right away from Heritage Live. 2333, April's favorite number, got to shout it out. 2,400 in front of all these people too. 2,600, now 28. 3,000, nice battle going on Heritage Live. 32, now 34. You can see how coveted a piece is just from the reaction of the other bidders. There's 36. Let's go 38. 38 on the phone, need 4,000. Phone bidder in the lead. Unless you're on the phone with Colin, it's against you. We need 4,000. If Colin has you on hold, it's still against you also. We need 4,000, Heritage Live. The Chet Zar piece, the Pink Scream, a real Salvador Dali surrealistic feel here. Looking for 4,000, the kind of painting that just pulls you into its environment and envelops you. Looking for 4,000 if you want that to happen to you, and we know you do, but you've got to win to make it happen. Phone bidder at 3,800, Heritage Live. Any advance to 4, fair warning. Phone bidder comes in at the end and we'll take it home at 3,800. Winning bidder number? Colin, do you have the bidder number there? 7501. The winner. I want to make sure they receive what they win, as you all will. Lot 128 up next. Stunning piece here. This one also by Chet Zar. This is Alice original art. Need 2,800. Looking for 2,800 here. 2,800, how about 3,000 for Chet Zar's Gothic surrealism here. A lot of overtones abounding. 29, 3,000. Let's go 3,200. Got 3,000. How about 32? The oil painting for Alice. The Madness Returns. Looking for 3,200. 32. How about 34? Beautiful work from the Bleak House collection. And the display enhanced by the frame Mr. Del Toro's choosing. 3,300 is the cut bid. I like that strategy. How about 34? Let's go 34. This was created for the Dark Art Group show curated around America McGee's Twisted video game sequel. We're at 3,400. How about 36? Cut bid didn't work. Jump right back in at 3,600. Any advance to 3,600 bidders? There's 36, 38. They're not done. We're not done yet either. 16 by 20, the image area here before the beautiful framing. We're at 3,700. Let's go 38. There's 38. 4. Heritage Live coming alive. 4,000. You should too. I will say only a few pieces left in part 1 here. The Bleak House collection. If you haven't gotten your hands on one or enough, the time to act is now. Give me 4,400. I've got 4,200 with Heritage Live. Emily's got you here. Any advance to 44? There's the 44. We continue, as can you. 4,600, the number to continue. We need 4,600. 46 is in, which means 4,800 is next. It's a moving target, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go 4,800. Chetzar, Alice, Return to Madness, need 4,800. Looking for 4,800. The Alice in Wonderland theme evoking some darker turns from the heroine. We're looking for 5,000. Any advance to 5,000? You've come this far, bidders. No reason to let it go now. We're at 4,800. Give me 5. Any advance to 5,000? And we will sell it for 4,800. All right, lot 129. Martin Whitfuth, The Western Express painting original art, need 2,800. Very expressive one here. Looking for 2,800. Bus mark Babel, giving you inclinations of the origin. We're looking for 2,800. Beautifully depicted smoldering sky here. Looking for 2,800 from Whitfuth. Any advance to 28? Gorgeous piece. Surrealism elements obvious here. Need 28. Anyone at 2,800? 2,600 is the winner. Lot 130, Dan Quintana, Baby on a Plane. A horrific thought for any of us travelers, correct? We're looking for 3,400. That horror taken to the next level here, masterfully by Quintana. We're looking for 3,400. Real innocence, the industrialism, fantastic combination. The mechanical creature toting the surrealistic baby, looking for 3,400. This is an eye catcher and a conversation starter. We're at 35. Give me 36. Looking for 3,600. An off increment bid from John here. Savvy bidders know what that means. We're looking for 3,600. That bid could have been submitted 3 weeks ago by Bicycle Messenger, Heritage Live. We accept bids that way, yes. You've got a chance to continue. 3,600. There's 36 Heritage Live in the lead now at 3,600. Stunning piece here. Expertly framed to Mr. Del Toro's tastes. We're at 3,700. Give me 38. Cut bids in 3,700. Look at that blank spot on your wall, ladies and gentlemen. This could be right there. Bending your eye. We're at 4,000 now. How about 42? Need 4,200. 42. How about 44? 4,200. Go 44. Still within reach, bidders, but you've got to take action. 4,400 is the number. Who's got 4,400 for me? Anyone at 44? And Emily, we will sell it. Oh, 44. It's about to put pen to paper. Or quill to parchment, perhaps, depending on how well you can see my hands from there. 4,600. How about 48? Need 4,800. The bidding continues, which just means further opportunity for you to own another piece from the Bleak House collection. Need 4,800. Anyone at 4,800? Last chance, bidders. And we will sell it for 4,600. All right, lot 131. Fantastic piece here. This is the Foo Dog Interactive Automaton. And anytime I can say the word automaton in front of a camera, I'm going to really chew it up. This is by artist Brian Poor. Amazing piece. We're looking for 10,000. Looking for 10,000. This is a functioning automaton. Told you. The mythical Chinese Foo Dog, the temple guardian. Don't you need a guardian in your house? Is your dog lazy? This is the perfect answer. We're looking for 10,000. When the motion sensor's activated, the head and the eyes track the movement. How cool is that? We're looking for 10,000. And I love the thought of this, if you've seen the images or videos of the Bleak House, to have an interactive working automaton in there amongst those curios and collectibles. We're looking for 10,000 to put it into your collection. Anyone at 10,000? Take another look. That will be available after the auction. And the final lot of the collection in session part 1 today, this is lot 132, a fitting choice to end on. This is Annie Steg-Geron, the jeweled snapping Birdle painting original art. Need 2,200, 2,100, the cup bid. We got a prior 2,100 here. Looking for 22, not far to go. Phone bidder considering and bidding, 2,200 on the phone. Let's go 24. 2,400, says Heritage Live. Say, take that, phone bidder. I'm on a newer technology, the internet. Heard of it? 2,600 now from the phone bidder, striking back from the past. 2,800, give me 3,000. Gerard painting here. 3,000 on the phone. 32, the quick answer from the Heritage Live bidder. How about 34? Beautiful image here. Rich oils, 8.5 and 11.5. Image size, beautifully framed at 12 by 15 and signed by the artist. We're looking for 3,400. Gorgeous blend of surreal creatures, emotion, whimsy, it all coming together in one spectacular image here. Looking for 3,400. We want them to. Does that matter? 34, yes, the phone bidder's in at 3,400. 36, Heritage Live. You know, the internet's always got something to say about everything. So that's the quick response at 3,600 from Heritage Live. Looking for 3,800. Phone bidders saying their goodbyes. Heritage Live looking good for you for now, unless another bidder rears their head. Anyone at 3,800? Fair warning, bidders. And 3,600 wins it. Congratulations. And that, ladies and gentlemen, heroes and villains, angels and demons, and everyone watching, will end the Guillermo del Toro collection, Bleak House Part 1. I have 2 fantastic pieces of news for you collectors. The addition of Part 1 means there will be a Part 2 next year with some more incredible art and artifacts and curios from Guillermo del Toro's incredible collection. And also, the man himself has an upcoming film, which I am very excited to see, and all of you should see in the theater. His rendition of Frankenstein, the film he's been wanting to make his entire life, will be opening soon. I encourage you to see it and experience some more of his genius. And of course, if any of you have collectibles of any sorts that you would like presented the way only Heritage can, please reach out and contact us. We were honored and humbled to get to offer Mr. Del Toro's collection, and we would love to do the same for you. Until then, everyone have a great day and enjoy collecting.